rascals with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high.
He's the master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which uses when he's seeking faster husband wants to lie.
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion.
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no party looking so as breeze are on behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So let your roast propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine.
A hero journey far and wide, but it riches gold and magic. But he never found his true love sight, and it made him sad and tired.
Mademoiselle Willie was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fan from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he was a quarrel. And she carried him to the nearest inn, where she nursed him back to life. Well, they fell in love directly, and she married him that night.
So they're off they down, they got me up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, but we ain't here at the side. So lift your voice, propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine.
Hello everybody and welcome to HighRollers, the Dungeons & Dragons stream here on the Yogscast Twitch page. I am Mark Sherlock Humes, your Dungeon Master as always, even though Chris Trott mocks me for this introduction every week. I'm joined by Matt.
Hello.
Katie.
Hi.
And Chris. Birthday boy Trottimus! It's your birthday!
My birthday, I'm busy tweeting and stuff.
You
so
got to do your
if you could
Snapchat,
not
yeah.
disturb me, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
It's my birthday, so thank you.
Oh, well, all the natural 20s for birthday boy Chris Trott.
Not from
Mine,
enemies.
no, from mine. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
mine.
not-
Yeah, no. I'm gonna roll them against you. Thanks very much for joining us. Did we? We didn't play last week. You guys covered it last
Did
week,
a
right?
little Skyrim
We did
stream.
We did some Skyrim. That
We
was it.
sent Cam Buckland into the world of Skyrim.
Did you actually create Cam
Yeah.
Buckland? Very good.
It went really well.
It went really well. Okay. We had a bit of a break last week, and we
did.
got to relax for a little bit. I visited Cambridge.
Oh, good.
It was lovely. It was really nice. Thanks for doing all the work.
We also found out our Hogwarts houses
Oh God.
as our
I
characters.
don't want to know that. I don't care.
He's a Gryffindor, Alora's a Hufflepuff.
Did you do the others?
No,
You
because
just
I
did
don't.
this. Oh,
I
I
don't
see
know
how it
who.
is.
Don't want to do
you
it on
have
behalf of
answer
people,
and
that's not
to
Oh,
fair.
you have to
vote.
answer.
right,
I see.
okay.
I don't understand how this stuff works. I thought they just
His,
put a hat on.
his Patronus.
Hat does it all for
Honestly,
you.
I thought it was like hat. Your
That's
that.
how it works in
Yeah,
the
that
books.
is how it works.
Oh.
But his Patronus is a
Not
buffalo.
everyone gets a sorting hat, Mark.
Cam's Patronus
Is
a
a buffalo. Nice. So, from
Now
those.
on is a Harry Potter crossover D&D
Yeah.
session, right?
No. I got a couple of things to go over before we jump into the action. I've got a lot of bullet points on what happened in the
Jesus.
last
Oh,
session.
wow.
Because quite a lot happened.
It did.
First note, Trot's birthday.
Yay!
Done that. Tick it
Second
off.
one, so High Rollers merch is still currently on sale. Whether that's Mike, yes, I'm using a T-shirt to cover up map. So whether that's because Mike's just forgotten to take our merch off sale, I don't know. But it is on sale right now.
It works for you.
And it might be your last chance to get hold of this shirt, because once these sell out, we're not going to be doing any more, because we're working on the next one, which Nina has been working on already. I've seen
really?
I've seen some sneak peeks of it.
Me too.
Well, some ideas anyway. She's got
Concepts.
some concept ideas down. Looks really
seen
good.
it.
I haven't.
It
Send
looks
me that.
looks pretty cool, right?
I saw on
Or
Friday.
just send
Yeah.
me like,
I think people will like it, but it's only a concept. Like, it needs to go
Okay.
through all
I
of us
think
and
you
stuff
should
first.
maybe, like with Alora's beheading in it, like not have all the gore pissing out of her neck.
No, but I think that really makes it on the shirt, though. I mean, like the hanged Trell in the background, like swinging.
But like the five.
Like, you know, one of those things where you move your eyes and it like.
It's always been
it's always watching you. He's dead,
Dead-eyed stare.
dead cold eyes. But seriously, merch is still on sale. Last chance to get your shirt, poster, and wristband are on there, and will remain on there as well. We'll get those back in
yeah,
stock.
poster and wristband are not.
They're not going
These
anywhere.
shirts won't be restocked. So.
And we've had a pretty good chat. We've had lots of cool ideas for new merch as well. We've got some fun ideas that we're going to possibly look into this year.
Correct.
The other thing I want to mention is Geek and Son, the fakes who make this lovely table. Really lovely guys over at Geek and Son. They have got a special offer for the Yogscast now. So if you go to geekandson.com and you use the code YOGS-01, you get a free Yogscast logo inlay. So like this red inlay, but it has the new Yogscast logo printed on it. It's very nice. And you also get some free accessories as well. And that's if you use the code YOGS-01. Obviously, these are beautiful tables. I love this thing. I want one myself.
I'm thankful that we were the first Yogs to get in there and get the 01, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet there's loads of other Yogs getting their discount codes.
Not 01, that's all us.
We'll tweet it out after
Geek
the
and
show,
Sons as in
so you know.
SONS,
Yes.
not the Sun.
Geek N Son, as in SON, yes.
In the classic dad,
Geek and Son.
dad and son.
Dud and Son. And yeah, so we'll tweet it out and we'll put it probably in the VOD as well. We'll put in the Yogs Live descriptions. Right. Recap
No.
on the events that happened in our last full session. The characters rushed to the Winter Spire, one of the Elven Spires, to aid Alora's family, as an exiled archfey spirit called Fenris had told them Solandris and his family had tricked them and were using the royal elves to empower an artifact called the Crown of Black Ice. You guys fought your way through a demi-plane to enter the Spire, where you discovered that the Frostwalker line had become werewolves, or a certain rare, strange type of werewolf called a winter werewolf. You found Elora's family, and Queen Shalana had been infected by the curse and become winter werewolves themselves. After a tense moment, Elora's words managed to keep her father in control of himself, whilst Juto and Cam restrained Queen Shalana. Elora then used one of the potions you had found to cure your mother of the curse, but you only had the one, having used the other to create a poison. You rescued Commander Pela. Alphadon, fearing he would lose control, jumped out of a spire's window and fled into you don't know where. You secured Shalana, Queen Shalana, in a prison cell thanks to some clever magic trickery by Trell using Dimension Door.
Not that clever. It was a
He got
bit
stuck in
of a
there.
balls up.
You know, it worked.
It was a
It
good
worked
idea.
halfway.
Yeah.
Like, you got a good, solid half. And that's what matters.
Let's go with your
Points for
summary.
effort.
So, points for effort. So you secured her in a prison cell, but you then discovered you had to pass through the throne room where Sylval Frostwalker, Leastry's kind of cousin and Solandris' daughter, was basically waiting. Cam and Trell hatched a plan to
Don't laugh.
to try and lure her away or sex her. I'm not really sure where you two were going with that. But you soon realised that she was actually possibly perhaps a bit more violently intended than you may have wanted, and attempted to hunt you around a darkened room. But again, Trillamar saved the day with a quick suggestion spell. I believe your words were exactly, let's take this elsewhere. Not the best thought out suggestion, but it worked. You got her out of the room, allowing everybody else to get into the and find the secret door, which led up to the top. You had to collapse the stairway behind you to prevent Silval chasing after you. You made your way to the top of the spire, where you found Silandris and his wife Melisendel awaiting with the crown. They tried to convince Elora to join them one last time. Join me and together we can take over the galaxy style. You refused. However, Nalistri appeared at one moment to join them, but actually revealed a glyph of warding he had cast on his gloves and used it to attack Alphadon and gain a moment of surprise. No, Silandris. All these elves, they're all the same. They all look the same.
Racist.
They all look the same, don't they, really?
Wow.
Point is, like, he's different, I suppose. Like, he gets away with it. But so he turned on them and a fight ensued. They were clearly quite dangerous opponents, nearly blowing Trillamar off of the spire roof.
So it required some real tactics.
It required some tactics on behalf of Cam Buckland, who stood atop the ancient Crown of Black Ice artifact, causing it to explode, which rendered Cam unconscious and badly injured Silandris. However, you managed to defeat it. You saved the day. Elora actually plunging a arrow into Silandris as the finishing move into his head.
New bow.
With her moon bow, a relic of her spire, which she's recovered. The battle finally won, though. Silval reached the top of the tower to see her parents dead, and in a moment of, you're not quite sure what happened, but Juto attacked her and knocked her off of the tower using Crown Rend, and Trillamar was the last to peer over the side, looking to hopefully try and see a body, and saw that there were claw marks going down the wall and no corpse. And that is pretty much where we left off. Elora had just turned into a giant eagle and had flown away, leaving Cam, Trillamar, Nalistri, and Juto on top of the spire. Juto seems extremely withdrawn and is not very communicative.
No change there then.
I don't know
Well,
why.
exactly, but perhaps more so.
Juto, I think we both need to sit down and have an extended discussion about all the events that you've done recently.
I don't think now is the time, Mr. Buckland, is what she says. And kind of
Damn it.
walks very, very clearly away from the rest of the group and seems to kind of be lost in thought.
Great.
For the rest of you, you are on top of the spire and you can see all the surrounding area. But the one thing you noticed before you kind of were, your attention was taken by this battle, this quite terrifying, climactic battle atop the spire itself. The sounds of fighting coming from below in the spire's grounds, the walled city that actually surrounds the Elven Spire itself, where a lot of the civilians live. There is clearly still battle raging. You can actually hear explosions that sound very similar to the firearms that you heard in Hallow with the Marshal. You can hear huge footsteps almost thundering and just metal clashing against metal and shouts coming from below. And it definitely sounds like, although you may have finished a battle up here, there is still clearly something occurring below. Elora, with your eagle kind of, now that you're in an eagle form flying around, enhanced eyesight, you can see there is, not only are the Winterspire forces themselves fighting amongst each other. You can actually see that some of the Windspire have turned on each other and are fighting against their own people, but also a section of the wall has actually been crushed. The ice wall that surrounds the spire has broken down, and you can see the enormous form of Spherier, the frost giant, hurling these huge chunks of ice, trying to take down archers who are surrounding elsewhere, peppering arrows towards him, also firing upon a group of humans from Hallow, led by the Marshal, who have taken refuge in these kind of broken walls, and you can see them kind of exchanging fire with elven archers from across the way. And you hear this kind of battle raging as you're atop this spire.
I know everyone's leaving us, Trell, but I'm so cool with being this high up and all of that happening way below. So maybe we just camp out or something. Maybe I can get some marshmallows, set up a little fire. I know it's all ice. I know it might be difficult to start a fire, but I'm quite keen to just be here forever. I think we could settle here, Jen, that's what I'm trying to say.
Forever. Just stay here.
Yeah,
make
I
a little,
don't
make
like
a little
war.
cottage for ourselves.
I'm not a big fan of war. And, I mean, Alora's fine now. She's won with the Eagles. Juto's
Trell, give me a perception check, actually.
She's one with the eagles. She's
You
gone.
can use, if you have your mask on, you've got advantage.
Nice. Solid start.
I believe you
Solid.
had the mask on, so you
Yeah,
have
I do.
advantage.
Hey!
Classic
Add it
Trellis.
up. It might be right.
Probably not. 9.
9. No, it's kind of, you can hear this battle, and Cam's talking at you, but you're kind of not really paying attention, but also, you've just had this
Trell.
kind of...
I want to settle here. Come on.
Nalistri, who you can now see that one of his, in the attack he performed against Salandris, the gloved hand that he had actually drawn this rune onto, most of it's been blown away, and he kind of has like a kind of charred stump of flesh. You see him kind of wince, he concentrates, and an icy hand made of ice kind of forms in its place, and he kind of like focuses, and he kind of can move a few fingers at a time, but it kind of almost like he has to create a hand, focus, then create a hand that's like that, then shift the ice to do this, and then shift the ice again, like he's constantly warping it himself with his mind.
I mean, you're dealing with this really well.
I'm not. I'm really not. That's why I'm focusing on this right now.
I never would have thought to, have just a stump, like have your whole hand blown away, and then to think to create an ice hand. That's good coping mechanisms. I'm just saying.
It's either I focus on this, or I have to focus on the fact that the man that I've spent 100 years with is dead.
Let's not go there.
Yes, exactly.
Also, potentially, the one that we were fighting potentially isn't dead and ran away. But
What? No, yes, I'm aware. What do you mean? Hang on, what?
The sister that wasn't your sister has
Silval.
escaped. Yeah.
Savar may have survived. Juto
That
didn't really finish her off.
I'm both annoyingly pleased and annoyingly not pleased at the same time.
You know you're subconsciously pulling the middle finger with the ice hand.
Thanks.
Just,
Where's Elora gone? She was a bird or something?
She flew off.
well, it's
On
a
the
lot to
travels.
deal with.
Trying to find her dad.
Her dad is a wolf.
Yeah, I'm actually trying
yes.
to keep an eye out for wolf tracks, by the way.
Okay, give me a perception check.
And, had to deal with all this. It came to a head, and understandably.
14.
Yes, I think both Miss Elora and I have some things to resolve.
You both lost something. And I point at his ice hand.
Nalistri points at the two dead people that raised him. Yes, I think we have.
Oh, yeah, I moved my hand and pointed.
Yes. We need to think about the what's happening below as well. Just because Salandris
Can
is
we
dead
not
doesn't.
just stay this high up?
No, Cam,
It will resolve itself.
with people dying.
We blew the horn.
Yes, and
You'll come and fix
Nalistri
everything.
kind of like walks over. He's still kind of getting used to this hand. He like peers over the edge, trying to squint down. He's just like, I can see fighting, but look, we need to, people are going to die. Whether it's your friends or my people, we need to stop them. We need to convince them to stop.
Look,
I got 14.
Okay, 14. As you're kind of searching around, you remember just before you made your way to the Winterspire, a kind of sleet storm had picked up, and the storm doesn't kind of come near the Winterspire, but it's kind of surrounding the rest of the Troubled Lands, and it's making it very hard to pick out details. There's a lot of different wolves, like you can see wolf tracks here and there, but they look normal. You kind of fly down nearby and you can see they're much smaller than what your father in his hybrid form would have left. You see tracks that could belong to him, but you're not sure. It's very difficult to track, and if he is... I mean, you knew your father was an excellent woodsman before he was transformed. If he wanted to vanish, he can vanish. He can make sure that he doesn't leave tracks behind. He can hide himself if he needs to. And you worry that in trying to protect you and your mother, he may have done that to prevent you coming after him.
Darn it.
But you don't. This is just with a quick,
Yeah.
you having like a very quick flying around as an eagle, looking around.
I'm going to go back to the top of the spire.
Okay, so you start making your way back. At this point, Juto, you can see she's kind of sat down, sort of cross-legged, on the edge of the spire, and you can see her her hands kind of steepled, trying to just breathe deep and just clearly in deep meditation.
Wet Willie.
Really? Now? Is now the time?
I can't read you because you're still wearing the mask, but I assume that's a yes.
Do it. Do it. Go on. Let's just see what she does to you.
Thanks. As soon as I hear "do it," I'm just like sneaking off like a child, and like
Stealth check.
wetting my finger.
Oh wow, that's a good roll there.
6.
Okay, so you start sneaking up, kind of childishly tiptoeing, like looking back at Trell, thumbs up.
He's just Charles shaking his head.
You raise the finger up, and then as you kind of take another step, there is a burst of flame around Juto, like almost reflexively. Give me a dex saving throw.
Wow.
Wow.
Natural 1.
One.
Holy shit.
You have not a lot of HP right now. For fuck's sake.
Okay, as you kind of get to this step, you get the sense, give me a quick insight check as well, you are going to, however, take 14 fire damage.
I'm down. Insight is a 20.
Okay, so just before, you watch as this wash of flame kind of overcomes you, as you're kind of childishly sneaking up, ha ha ha, thinking all its jokes. There, you kind of, due to being facing away from you, and you now see her brow is furrowed, sweat kind of pouring down, and the flash of flame doesn't come from Juto or her powers. The gem embracer. Oh fuck! You watch as just this kind of almost like an oval around Juto, and Cam is blown backwards, and you can see like his clothing is singed and like on fire in some places, and he collapses to the ground.
Am I aware that it was Crown Rend, or do I just see?
Give me a perception check, because you're a bit further away than he was.
Still got my mask on.
Still got the mask on. Still got the mask on.
Rolling well today. Hey, that's a bit better.
Okay.
21.
21. You, just before it, you don't get the sense like, or you're pretty sure that you saw the gem flare up as the shield erupted. You're not quite sure if it was Crown Rend or not, but you definitely saw the red gemstone kind of boom, and then
Did I Lightborn in the fight?
you lightborned in Fenris's
time ago.
den, actually.
Ages ago.
So you are
And I haven't
down.
rested since.
So at this point, you did the perception check. You're on your way back. You're down. Nalistri's there. Okay. That's the best way to do this. Roll initiative, just you and Nalistri. Because if you're down, then it matters
For fuck's
in
sake.
terms of like what people do.
6.
14.
Okay, 4, 6, 6. Okay. Nalistri kind of like looks at Trelamar. Is like, what? Is he? Buckland, get up. What are you playing around? Buckland? Buckland! Oh, shh. And then
Have you got anything you
from
can
this?
give him? I have no healing potions.
No, I don't know. I don't have anything. Do you know first aid, medicine, anything like that?
No!
So the two of you kind of like make your way over, bumbling around. Give me a death saving throw.
It's been really low roll so far. It's a natural 1.
You're joking.
No.
It's a natural 1.
2 death saves.
Try and stabilize him.
Oh my god.
2 death saving throws. Right, Nalistri
yeah.
will start like pulling off parts of his clothing. Like you can see you've got these terrible burns around your arms and everything like that. And he starts trying to bandage.
I'm so mad right now. Holy shit.
Okay, you stabilize. Nalistri rolled a 16, 17 actually on
swallowed my
medicine.
tongue.
He's like, yeah, he puts you in the recovery position. He like manages to like conjure a little bit of ice on your burns, like soothing them and stuff like that. He's like, oh, I think he's okay. But what happened?
Oh, am I unconscious?
Right, no, you are unconscious. You are on 0, but you still have those 2 death saving throws. If, for to say, you were to be attacked right now, just saying, you would still be in that state. So I believe that you are currently at 0. After a few moments, though, Laura, you fly down. The two of you, if you don't have any healing,
Can I turn my attention to Juto?
yeah, you look at her and there's no change. Like
Why
she
does
doesn't seem to
nobody have
react to
healing?
it. It's just kind of like you can see her brow like really furrowed, sweat pouring down, very deep in concentration.
I'm going to use telepathy to talk to her.
As you send her a message, you get the sense that it was received, but all you kind of just get back is, leave us alone.
Yeah.
I want to cut her arm off.
I want to cut her arm.
Sorry.
Well, as you happen, Elora, this giant eagle, as you're kind of like focusing and trying to message, and you hear this voice back. A giant eagle, the size of a bear, lands on top of the spire. And at least he's like, ah! And like rolls around, but it's like, takes a moment. Elora!
Sorry. So I see that Cam's unconscious.
And at least he's kind of like over him, he's got like his head raised up, he's like trying to bandage like burns and things like that.
I have nothing left. That's the thing. I think I have a first
I
level
rolled
spell.
on that damage. It was an ability Crownman has and that Juto's used. It's a 3d10 damage, right? I rolled a 10 and 2 9s.
Oh, wow.
But because Juto's in there, I did half it as she kind of like has some sort of control. But it was still 14 damage.
He was only on 7.
Oh, is it coming through? Or are you just cold?
It's just blasting me.
Blasting me.
I've got 1 regular healing potion, which is all
Okay,
I've
so
got.
you come out of eagle form.
Yeah. I really don't want to give it to you.
Kills my character who isn't even here. A natural 1 on death saves.
Kim, by the way, while you were away,
You killed
Cam.
me, yeah.
You killed me.
Right,
Do I
so-
roll for that? What's the regular?
Potion?
Regular.
Regular,
You're an idiot.
7 hit points.
Back to what I was, like nothing happened.
So you kind of rush over and Elixtri's like, something happened, a fire. We went up to Juto and poof. And then he fell and it swallowed his tongue. Don't know. Just like, oh, don't
Calm down,
not used to this.
Elixtri.
Too much is happening at once. You come to, you remember that last thing that you remember seeing, like the flash of power from Crown Rend. And you almost just remember this kind of like, go away in your mind.
Juto's pissed. Don't talk to her. In a bad mood.
It's Cramrend, isn't it? I tried to telepathically speak to her.
It's
and
either that or Juto's
he
like
jumped
voice
in.
has really dropped.
She hit
Like
puberty.
she's sometimes
So
when
you've
she's
heard
angry.
Crown Rend,
Yeah.
Just before you passed out, yeah.
Yeah.
and you heard Crown Rend.
I heard Cramrend.
Yeah, don't go near her.
I think we need to deal with this Cranrend issue.
I don't think now's the time. There's a battle down there.
Well, once the battle
Yes,
is sorted
you-
out, we
you-
need to
You've
sort.
seen all the details.
We need to sort her out.
We need to. Sferrier is hurting people. They're hurting him. It's all a mess. Everyone's fighting the wrong people. Nobody down there should be fighting.
We
but
need to
there's a
stop
battle.
it. We need to stop it. They're probably still fighting because they think Salandris is still alive.
Okay, so
So-
we need evidence that the leaders are gone and perished. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to use these corpses.
No, take his weapon. Take the
Take the
Frostwalker
weapon.
blade.
Very
He
well.
would never part with it.
You take it.
You have to take it, Nilistri. This spire is yours now.
All right.
Out
Okay.
of all
yes.
of us. It's you.
He walks over. He picks it up.
No, pick it up with a cool hand. Frostwalker blade, Frostwalker
It's
arm.
my left hand. I'm right-handed.
Get used to. You just have to hold it up.
Okay.
It's
all
way
right,
more
All right.
badass.
All right. All right. Okay.
You with that weapon, me with the moonbow. Maybe people will listen.
Got an idea. If we're trying to make you look like you're impressive and powerful and like the new leader here,
Stopping a war here.
I give you the griffin. Fly in on that.
Fly
It'll look
over them.
amazing.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. All right. If you think that will work.
But I want it back afterwards.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I'll go with you. So
Yes.
if we both go on the griffin,
Yes.
What about you two?
both go down.
I'm gonna like just stay here. I'm really
Alright.
injured.
Okay.
Don't know if you noticed.
You should just
I
follow
mean, if
behind
you want to
us.
be here, if Silval returns, that's fine. You can be here on your own if you
I'll
like.
get on.
He just drops the griffin. Woof! The bronze griffin. Brum.
Can we all fit on this?
Yeah, it makes a brum noise. Yeah, it goes brum. That's what it does.
Can we all fit?
No, only two of you. Only two of you can
Me
fit.
and Nilistri.
I do this and turn into a raven.
Can't it carry us? It can carry us
He
with
can
its
turn into
claws.
a raven. Yes, he could carry one of you with its claws.
I'll be carried. It's carried me before.
I'm already a raven.
Can
it,
Cam
Raven.
come with me? Because if he falls over, I'm the only one who can save his ass.
Yeah.
Thank
fine.
you.
I caw loudly.
He's a bird.
Oh, he's a bird.
Yeah, he's
Okay, no, that's
raven.
fine then.
Okay, so
Why you choose that?
yeah, but he has an hour of it a day, so he gets like
I used it in the ice caverns
Yeah.
to get
That
through
was a
the
while ago,
stalactites.
wasn't
Yeah, I'm going to retcon the item because actually looking at other magic items, you get an hour of use out of it. So it's 1 hour per day, not one
Not
use
just one
per
use
day.
per
Oh,
day.
I used it for
okay.
like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you used it for like a couple
Yeah.
of minutes.
Okay.
So the idea is that you've got an hour of use out
I
of
don't
it.
think
So
you've ever
bit of a
used
magic
it for
item
like an
retcon,
hour.
but it makes it more in line with
The griffin.
the other thing, like the griffin, boots of flying, that sort of thing, broom.
You could always give me more.
No. Right, so you summon the griffin. And at least he kind of like climbs onto it a bit uneasily. Laura gets on behind him. As the griffin lifts off, it just wraps these 2 huge metallic cold claws around Trell's arms. So like Trell's like this, like being held. It's like wah!
Titanic.
And this bird, this raven Cam Buckland with a tiny little green bandana on it, like
touch.
flies around. I've seen the fan
have
art.
singed
It looks quite
feathers?
good. Yes, he does look quite singed.
I'm pretty, yeah,
You're pretty beat up.
pretty beat up.
And you fly down. As you start making your way, things become clearer and clearer. As you descend down, you can now see that whilst the Frostwalkers are kind of fighting amongst each other, it is definitely an imbalance of sides. The civilians, who mainly look to be artisans, farmers, crafters, that sort of thing, are being rallied by a small group of soldiers. But the overwhelming force that are either trying to capture them or, in some cases, just kill the other soldiers is the kind of more military force of the Frostspire. On the other side of the spire, there is a large section of wall that's been caved in. In fact, I will draw you guys a small mappage. So,
I have
got
absolutely
Sprite
nothing
here.
left. by the
Oh,
way.
none of us do.
But I'm on really low HP too.
Me too.
Got nothing.
We're all dead.
Yeah.
I didn't take any damage in that part.
I've got literally nothing.
It's all on trial.
Oh dear.
So I'll just give you like a very rough idea of stuff.
It's a
So
pizza.
there's lots of other buildings around. I'm just giving you a thing. So if this is the spire in the middle, the wall over here has been broken, and this is where you can see Sferia, the frost giant, and also the people of Hallow have kind of like they're kind of hunkered down behind these big chunks of ice, kind of leaning up, taking pot shots with these weird rifles and handguns, firing either up at the walls or at enemy forces who have occupied other buildings, who are shooting arrows from windows and that sort of
Those are
thing.
buildings, not.
There's lots of
units.
other ones, yeah. These are all like the largest buildings. They look to be mixtures of things like, not quite taverns, but kind of like meeting halls or barracks or stables. And they're all kind of spread around. Have you got different pens? Thanks.
I always come
I don't know
prepared.
what I'm going to use those for. But yeah, so these represent the larger buildings. In between, there are small homes, little thatched cottages, kind of things like that, that make up the sort of the civilians' housing, basically. All throughout the streets, there are pockets of fighting. So you've got like, there's quite a large kind of fight going on here and here with the people from Hallow and Sferia. You can also see like little pockets of sort of fighting going on all over the place, really. As like these different little groups of soldiers clash. Nalistri, he's like, "What? Should we try and reach all of them?"
Gonna fly onto the top of the griffin's head
You can just perch on it. Yeah, you're so light as a
and turn
raven.
around and look at Trell and just kind of put my wing to my head.
Oh, I telepathically talked to the bird.
I'm a fucking bird.
Yep.
But I thought you could be.
That's clever.
We could talk.
However, Trellamar can only send you messages. You can't talk back to him with his ability unless he uses other spells. So,
I'm just
There's
here
that.
to listen then, I guess.
Shit.
Alora, Nalistri's like, should we just try and circle round?
We need to stop.
I thought I
each
could
of the-
talk to him with my
We
mask.
need the leaders.
Check on your plate. Have you got a place handbook there?
No, I thought with
Intelligence may be
the
lowered,
Oh, with the mask!
Yeah.
Yes! Have you got the stats for it? Yeah, I think it does allow you, actually, doesn't it? You might have to spend a charge.
That's all right. I don't mind doing that. Where is it?
I can't believe you almost died.
Detect thoughts.
I can.
Maybe it's only detect thoughts.
So what you could do is you could read his thoughts and then use your ability as a warlock to send him one-way messages. That would, in theory, allow telepathic
Right.
communication.
So instead of me speaking, I
Yeah,
just
and
think stuff.
if you know that Trell's going to do that, you can just let the spell work.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
So that does allow it. You can spend a charge, cast Detect Thoughts, and then that enables you to read his bird brain.
Yeah, okay. I will do that.
Yeah, okay.
Read his
So
bird brain.
you can now talk telepathically. Well done.
Grats.
Hungry.
You are not an actual bird. You are still Cam Buckland.
Still
It's not a baleful polymorph. It's not a malicious polymorph.
My thoughts are, we get Nalistri to a spot where everyone can see him. And then we boom his voice somehow, amplify.
So this is the entrance to the spire. I should
How can we amplify his voice? Does anyone have a spell, like a druid crafting kind of style,
Wouldn't work,
that
I
would
don't
just
think.
promote his voice? Nalistri, ask Nalistri if he can do anything.
No, I can't. We should maybe focus on the area where your friends are. If we can quell that fight, then it'll be more useful if they can help us in the rest.
I almost died getting a wet willy.
We need.
Off.
It's fine, they'll
That's
just think
what
you're a
nearly
bird.
killed you.
Stay as a bird.
Um,
Trell is playing the annoying role of literally relaying, like, Cam
Every
says
message.
this, Cam says this. Yeah, they say this, they say that, blah, blah, blah.
no, I've got nothing that we can. We need to target the leaders of each of the groups. So we need to get Sverrir
So when
to
you
stop
when you
people.
say leaders, Nalistri's just like, yes, there are 3 that are particularly loyal to my father. They're probably aware of what his plans were. I imagine they're the ones who are orchestrating whatever the battle down there.
Wait, would they have been on his side though?
They're 3 of his loyalist friends. If anybody would stick with him, if anybody knew of what he was doing, it would be them.
But they're
There's
going
3
to
of
put up
them.
a fight against us.
They're not going to be happy.
One of them certainly will. It might be that Uriel and Rayanne, we can probably convince them, but Velon won't. Velon he's my father's oldest friend next to
Can
your
we-
father.
Can we target the ones who would?
Get them on our side and
Or
then they can
we
fight
can
with us.
talk to Sverrir.
Let's try it, and as you kind of say that, Nalistri points, and you can see that a group of archers kind of on top of this building, near where Sverrir and the people from Hallow are fighting. He points, and he's just like, "That's Uriel! That's one of the men that work for my father, for Salandris, I should say." The archer, and you can see that there is an elf with kind of shimmering white hair, kind of like flowing quite freely in the wind, wearing elegant sort of like thin elven chainmail with this impressive longbow just pulling up. He sees one of the civilians from Hallow aiming to take a shot up at a group of soldiers, and just through the neck as the man staggers backwards.
Is he the one that you said was difficult?
No, he might. It's difficult to know. He's very loyal to Velon and my father, but I don't know. I don't know. We might be able to.
We have to
Trell.
try.
We swoop in. Griffin releases you. You grapple him to the floor, and then we hit him
We can't
With
hurt
words.
them. That will not.
with words. He's killing innocent
try.
people.
We have a really heavy metal griffin.
Let's pin him.
We could just try and land on him.
But I thought
It will make a statement. It will make a statement
Right.
that the old regime is over.
yeah.
The old regime.
Is that up on? Is he on a roof then?
Yes,
on a platform.
Uriel is up here.
And is there a lot of fighting going on around this roof?
Yeah,
then?
all
Like,
these
this
red areas
whole-
is where there's like quite large groups of like soldiers and things fighting, basically. I'll put like a mark up here.
Very well.
Whoop.
Whack, whack.
Whoop.
Ready.
Okay, so going along with that plan, Laura, who has more of control of the griffin than Nalistri does, and Nalistri's just kind of riding it like holding the sword up, like bam, 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 doesn't really know what he's doing. You guys swoop in. A few of the archers turn around. And seeing this kind of heavy metal griffin, because it can't really fly stealthily, they,
I want to shout, "Don't shoot!"
as you shout, "Don't shoot!" A few arrows are loosened because they were already aiming, and so twang, twang, twang. It's not too bad. So that's not.
No, this could literally take me out.
Okay, so there's 3 of you, so let's do a d6. No, 4 because the griffin. So what? 4. Right, so hang on, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one. Second one. Griffin. Okay, so 2 of these arrows bounce off the metal griffin. These 2 kind of like ice-tipped arrows just ting. However, because Trell is being held from below, 2 of these arrows thunk. They do hit you because I know what your AC is. They were like over 19s. They're longbows, so that's going to be 8,
I'm sorry, the image of Trell
You're gonna
floating along like that.
13 points of damage total as these 2 arrows kind of thud into your thighs, Ace Ventura style. Like thunk thunk. But the rest of them kind of halt as you kind of shout out. It's only these 4 that they initially prepared. And the griffin comes smashing down. I'm going to make some dex saving throws for all of them. Oh, that's interesting. Uriel, that's 2 natural ones in a row.
Wow.
Good. Okay. Only one of the elves, there are 5 of them on top of this building, only one of them manages to leap out of the way, kind of like using the side of the building to kind of protect himself, as this bronze griffin just slams into the ground, sending snow and ice spraying up. Uriel, this kind of long-haired, very handsome-looking elf, is just pinned beneath one massive metal claw. Another elf pinned beneath the other, as the other 2 are just knocked to the side. Nalistri, in his best attempt, raises a sword and, with a total of 1 for his intimidation check, I'm in charge now! And there is a moment of confusion, shall we say, as everyone looks up towards him.
Peck Laura in the back.
Okay. Okay. The raven pecks you in the back. Nalistri tries to regain himself. Stand down!
Tell Laura to back up Nalistri's intimidation.
Yeah.
You, by the way, just before the griffin landed, you were kind of dropped at the edge of the building onto your legs that had the arrow. So it's like, ah! You're still up. You don't take any additional damage, but obviously it was a very uncomfortable scenario for you.
Is he still sitting on the griffin now?
Nalistri's on the griffin, yeah.
Yeah.
Trelamar's kind of off to the side
That's
on this
what I mean,
roof,
it's
yeah.
Nalistri.
Yeah.
Okay.
arrows up
And
my legs.
can I see the guy right underneath?
Yeah, he's at the moment he's just stunned by the events of what happened, but you can see that he's beginning to work out what's going on.
I'm very sorry about what just happened, but we kind of didn't really want you to shoot at us. Nalistri is telling the truth. His father, his Salandris, has died.
Okay. So as you kind of say this, you hear kind of a few kind of gasps from the men kind of thing. Uriel, this kind of slender-faced, long-haired elf, kind of like looks up at you. You can see like this giant claw is kind of pinned around his chest, but he kind of has one arm sort of kind of free and the other one's kind of trapped underneath it. He's just like, no, that's not true. You're lying.
Why else would Nalistri have his weapon?
He kind of, his eyes glance up and you can see Nalistri, sick and tired of
Still
canned bullshit. He moves it to his other hand and kind of leverages it down. It's true, Uriel. He's fallen. Please don't fight anymore. I don't. We need to stop this now. And you can see this elf's eyes kind of narrow, and he looks around.
I'm gonna hold out the moon bow
Okay.
and say, he tried to take artifacts from our spires, and he tried to turn all of you into something that you are not.
He looks over at you. This Sunday elf. He's just like, why should I believe you? For all I know, you've helped this half-blood murder our king to claim rulership. Why should I believe you? Lord Salandris promised us a great future. He's been our loyal leader for years, hundreds of years.
And he also turned my parents into monsters. That wasn't a great future. That was bowing down to someone else's wish. That was Fenris. That was not him.
What proof of this do you have, of this monsters, this tale of monstrosities? We were given orders to defend this from attackers, and he points over to Spheric, like with his free hand, he manages to gesture, the giant and these humans who are now attacking us. This is why we needed his vision.
We can talk to them. We can tell them to back down and we can make this safe again, but there is no sense in killing anybody else because of this. Salandris would have turned you all into monsters. I don't care if you don't believe it. You can go and look at Shalana. She's in a cell right now.
Queen Shalana from the Autumn Spires.
She's a werewolf.
All right, let's say that. Convince those humans and that giant to stand down, and maybe I will believe you and check this story. But you won't convince Velon. He's more dedicated to Salandris than any. I care about my people. If what you're saying is true, and Solandris has betrayed us, which I highly doubt, I should add, then very well. But the first thing you need to do is stop them attacking. They're killing our men. And you can see at this point, you just see Sverrir like, down elves! And he like throws this massive boulder of ice which takes out like 3 or 4 of the elven soldiers.
Don't kill
Laura,
anyone.
I'll stay here. The griffin will keep them pinned. I'll make sure that they don't do anything. You and the others should stop Sverrir.
Okay.
And,
I'll say to him, tell your men not to shoot at us. We are trying to end this.
Okay, he kind of like looks over and you can see that 2 of his men are kind of like, not unconscious, but kind of getting to their feet. He's like, you'll need to let me up so I can order the others, but fine. And at least he looks at you like, okay?
Yes, because I don't want anybody else to get hurt.
So, the griffin raises a paw. Uriel kind of pulls himself up, stands up, looks around. He... make a couple of checks. Okay, he notices Nilistri's arm and sort of casts a curious glance at that, but then kind of he stands up and he's like, hold your fire! If they fire on you, fire back, but if the others stop, then we can end this. We can find out what's going on. Stand down! And you can see a bunch of the archers, they stop firing, but they duck into cover and they keep their heads down, basically. Very loyal, they seem very disciplined soldiers, so they just take orders from their commander. You can see as well that as they've stopped, you do kind of notice there's still a few pot shots coming from the group from Hallow, like these kind of like explosions from these rifles, but they slow down. They're not as frantically firing as they once were. But you do still hear boom, boom, as these giant boulders are being hurled by Sverrir, basically.
Yeah, go to Sverrir.
Okay, so you leap down. The building is about 20 feet high, and you're currently on the roof.
Can I borrow the griffin?
And Nilistri kind of steps off. You jump on. Are you going to take Trell with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Trellamar hops on, pulls out the arrows from his legs, throws them on the ground, hops on the griffin, Raven Cam following behind you, and you guys fly over. And yeah, so Sverrir, when he sees you, he almost goes to throw a boulder at you. He's like, small folk, you have returned! When you did not return from the cave, your friends with the sticks of magic, they came to me and said they were making their way here.
Yes, but we need you to stop attacking now.
But they have been attacking us!
But we've stopped that, and we're trying to stop all this fighting. We've defeated Solandris. He's dead. There's not a threat here anymore.
You have defeated the Lord.
Yes.
Well, I do not approve of this not fighting. I am a giant! And he kind of like stands quite tall and straight, but very
I'm gonna
well.
point at the bodies that he's smushed and be like, but you did a lot of it.
This is true. I have proven my worth this day.
And we do very much appreciate your help.
I will not abandon just in case things begin again, but I will stand down for now, small folk. And he kind of like sits on the ground, and you can see he like whistles, and Howl, the giant wolf, appears from behind a building where he's dragging an elven soldier by the leg, and like the soldier's like, ah!
I'm just gonna Howl, drop.
The leg just falls out.
Bye.
And then the guy kind of, you can see the soldier goes to draw a sword, and like Hal just bats him and like knocks him out, basically, just like boom, and the guy just collapses unconscious. Sverrir whistles, and Hal kind of pads over to him.
Cool. Okay.
And at this point, you can now see quite a few of these like humans with their kind of like black soot face stained faces carrying these rifles. One of whom has got like these kind of like snow goggles on. He kind of like lifts them up. Who's up? Is that you? And he like looks over. He's like, the man in black with the silver face. I recognize you. You're one of them fellas that saved the marshal.
That's right. We need to stop the fighting.
What? We just got here. These elves have been shooting us from them arrows.
Yeah, I know, but there's been a massive misunderstanding.
You crazy! You crazy, man!
Well, that's as maybe, but we need to stop the battle.
Marshal! He's like calling out. This fella, this strange elven fella want me to stop shooting. And you just hear like, who? Trellamar! And then you see the marshal kind of poke his head out. He's like, his Stetson just kind of poking out from cover. Kind of looks over. He's just like, Well, thank goodness it's all y'all. And he's like ducks over and you can see him kind of crouching, kind of Gears of War style, hugging cover, chest high wall style, moves his way over. Well, what in tarnation's happening? We ran here because we thought that you might need our help. These elves started attacking as soon as we got within range. That giant fella managed to cause a breach, and we thought that you'd all been captured or something. We hadn't heard from you.
Yeah, there was a bit of trouble. Turns out we don't need to fight anymore. The threat that was here has been extinguished.
My lady, I hate to be the one to tell you otherwise, but I think you might need to tell some more of these elves that.
I have told one of their leaders we're working on it, but we need you to stand down so that we can get them to stop.
All right, well, I'll pull my men and all the folks back, but if they start shooting at us again, I can't tell them not to defend themselves, so...
Tell them to defend themselves if they must, but we don't want anyone else to die here.
All right,
There has been a lot of death, and it's unnecessary.
How's Miss Juto? Is she with you?
No, she is, she's fine, but she's
preoccupied.
She's preoccupied.
All right, well, as if what you're saying is true, then we'll stand down. I'll pull my men back. We'll secure a perimeter near the broken wall, and he kind of gestures over to there. I'll pull them just outside, and we'll set up a small perimeter just in case you need help.
Okay, that would be much appreciated, but please just tell your men to stand down.
All right, well, be careful. And he kind of and he calls out, and he's like, put your damn guns down, fool! And they're like, all right, Marshal! And they kind of they start making their way out, and you can see that the elves have got bows trained on them, but they don't fire. They kind of let the humans leave, and Sverrir kind of joins them.
Okay.
And Sverrir turns, he's like, be warned, elven folk, if you betray us, Sverrir's fury will not be like anything you have seen before. And he kind of stomps his way out.
Okay.
You see on top of the roof, Uriel kind of raises a hand to you, kind of nods over, and you can see him and the men start climbing their way down the building. Nalistri looks down, looks at his hand, kind of just stays up on top and is
I'll fly up and pick him up. And bring him
he's
down.
just he's like, thank you. You fly him down. Uriel turns to the rest of you and he's just like, very well, you managed to get the others to stand down. Tell me what's happened precisely. You mentioned something about monsters, wolves. What? Please, in your own words, explain to me why.
Fenris tricked Salandris into thinking that it would save his people.
Fenris, the Archfey?
Yes.
He kind of stops for a moment. Well, my lord has been very quiet the last few weeks. But we thought that was just down to his son. Ah! He just is like, shapeshifter!
No, he's just got this cloak that lets him do that every now and again.
Like awesome elven potions.
Sorry?
He's really, really hurt right now.
I tried to wet Willie, a tiefling, and I got blown up.
Anyway.
He turns to you, he looks at the three elves, even the dark elf, he'd rather deal with you than with him at the moment. He's just like, he turns over to one of his scouts, he's like, and he whispers something in Elven, which you guys understand of, basically, can you do something to keep this idiot human out of our way for the time being? And the scout replies kind of in Elven, just like, do I have to? Yes, that's an order. And one of the scouts...
I don't speak Elvish, you're going to have to speak...
He looks at you, he's just like, sit down.
That's it.
He pulls out a pouch, he's like, these are elven herbs, they make you feel good. Make bads go away, yes? You understand?
I want bads to go away.
Okay, good. Very simple, human. And he starts bandaging your wounds and things like that.
Yeah, we went to the
you mustn't speak. Otherwise, magic no work, no speak. Yeah. Understand?
Oh, we should do this more often.
Yes?
I understand.
Good. Shh.
How do I... I start eating it.
No, he's applying it. He's it's like a paste. And and then he just lets you eat it. Okay. So over about 5 minutes, he restores 6 HP.
Okay.
But it takes a long time. Meanwhile, Uriel turns to you and Nalistri. I thought that was just due to his son's death. If what you're saying, if this spirit has infected him, so there was some curse placed upon you, you said, or something.
Yes. A curse that turned him into a werewolf. And he tried to bestow that curse upon all of the elves. To save the race.
Including Melisendel, Lady Melisendel and Lady Silval.
They are already transformed. Melisendel is no longer alive. Silval, we do not know where she is.
Nalistri kind of steps forward. Captain, I know you and I have never seen eye to eye, but please understand that Salandris, his vision was insane. He had some sort of artifact, some power. He intended to transport us all to the Feywild, make us all like he was, this strange woven lupine shape. He had gone mad. He was driven insane by the death of my brother, cousin. And he looks oddly at him and he's just like... Velon, the commander of the Spire, Salandris' chief-in-arms, he has established a war room within the keep itself, within the Spire. He's been giving out orders. He was the one that told us that these humans and this giant were attacking us, that Nalistri had betrayed us and gone to them, saying that he wished to overthrow us. I believe that if what you're saying is true, and please keep in mind that right now I am merely confused and trusting that you have not tried to kill me yet, I believe Velon is aware of what Salandris' plans were, and that means that he will not stop.
We're not trying to convince you. We're not trying to betray anyone. We're trying to save you.
I understand. I believe that I will be able to convince some of the others. It may even be that I can convince several of the military forces. I'm well liked, second in command as I am. I will be able to convince several of them to back down, to at least disengage, to wait until we can investigate what's happened. But Velon has his own men that will die for him, and if he believes in whatever this plan Salandris has, he will not stop because you wish to parley. He will wish to take revenge, or at least see through what Salandris was up to. He'll need to find a way to incapacitate him.
Do you like him? Velon?
Velon is a venerable commander who I have an utmost respect for. He is less tolerant of non-elves than I would like. However, he is a warrior without peer and has commanded our forces for centuries. Something which may be a struggle for you to quite understand what that conveys.
That's 100 years, at least.
Yes, it is.
Century.
And he looks over at his scout, and in Elvish, he's like, I told you to keep him quiet. And the scout's like, come on, Captain, please, I can't. And I can't deal with him. I can't. He's eating the paste. He's eating the healing herbs.
It works. My tongue is really numb.
Yes, so I will stand my men down, and I will do my best to convince others. I will need Nalistri's help to do this. He is still royal blood, and if I am shown to be working with him, they will listen to him. You will need to find a way to neutralize Velon. He'll be inside the keep itself, inside the Spire.
How many men does he control?
He has a small contingent that are very loyal to him. I imagine that he'll be sending most of them out to try and deal with renegades. I believe Nalistri's bodyguards were leading some of the civilians against them, but he will have a small retinue of personal staff that will be on hand to assist him. I can offer a small amount of healing magic that I have myself, but that is all I can offer. Who amongst you is the most injured? The human?
Me now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, very well. He kind of reaches over to you, and you get the sense that he has primeval magic, very similar to yours. He's a ranger, basically. So, that's 11. That's 14 HP.
Hey,
He reaches over, touches you on the forehead.
I get some crappy paint.
You get 3 HP back.
Fuck!
That is, I'm afraid, unfortunately, all the magic I can conjure today.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Racist.
I'm sorry, what?
Huh? Sorry, that was...
How numb is your tongue again?
Pretty numb.
Pretty numb. So yeah, he gestures you towards the spire entrance.
Okay.
We've fought all our way to the top of the spire.
Have you seen what is happening around the spire? There are many pockets of resistance. It will take me some time to stop them all.
All I'm saying is there anything else you can provide us? Because we are spent. Any men?
I can spare some men. A couple of my archers, that's all.
Okay. I mean, it's important if we get rid of the
Yes.
orders,
Yes,
right?
no, you are correct. However, if you have managed to defeat Solandris, I would certainly hope that you are powerful warriors yourselves.
We were.
We
about
were until
an hour ago.
Try doing 24 hours, staying awake, and then fighting.
I've fought forces from the Feywild for almost 2 years straight. I once went a week without sleep.
Anyway, so
Ditto.
He just looks at you, and you see a crack of a smile. Like you think that one got him. You're like, you got him.
Might I suggest we tell Uriel to speak with Sphere, and together, showing their allegiance, can go to these pockets of resistance and show that they are standing down and working together.
would you like me to introduce you to
Frost-
the Marshal and to Sverige?
I think that may complicate issues. We've been fighting these humans and the giant for a while now. It may complicate matters further. I think myself, Nalistri, small pocket of men, will have the best chance of convincing others to stand down.
Okay.
You should also be aware, Velon may have Lady Rayanne with him. She is one of the spellcasters in the Spire. She is not 100% loyal to Solandris. She seemed to believe in the strength of the elven people, and that is why she followed Solandris. You may be able to convince her, but I don't know where she is.
That's our first port of call then, clearly. We need all the help we can get, especially if it's someone so close to Velon.
Yes, and she's quite a potent spellcaster as well.
What was her name?
I want that on our side,
Lady Rayanne.
not against us. Cool. Got any more of that paste?
No.
Nope. That's okay. Tasty.
We have medical supplies, but they won't do you any good. There's no magical healing. We'll be able to help you rest and recover
They're
once this is all
placebos?
done. No. They're other supplies.
Oh, gotcha.
Your tongue has recovered quite quickly.
Yeah, I was joking.
So,
Where in the Spire did he tell us that he was? The war
so
room?
he has set up a war room. It's actually, he set it up inside the gallery, where there was all lots of portraits
Yeah.
and things like that.
Okay.
And the hidden, blocked portrait of the family.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly right.
Can I go and check on my mother?
Yes, you
When
can
we
do
go back
actually.
into the
So
spire?
you guys are going to make your way back in. So the three of you, he sends 2 archers basically with you. They don't tell you their names because they're going to die. No, they're red
Are
shirts.
they wearing red?
No, they're wearing blue, obviously, because it's the Winter Spire.
of course.
No, he sends 2 archers with you, and you guys make your way inside. Uriel and Nalistri accompany you for a short time because there is a pocket of resistance and guards posted outside the spire itself. And whilst Uriel and Nalistri talk to them, he gestures for you to head inside straight away. You make your way through the spire itself. You track down the room where you'd left Commander Palor and your mother, and you remember that Palor was very adamant about protecting the door, so you give it a good knock and kind of let her know it's you, and as you open it you can see her with blades ready, a spear actually, I think she took off somebody, right, ready, and she's like, oh thank goodness you're alright. Is it done?
We're trying to get the rest of the Winter Spire to stand down. It turns out that Lord Solandris has a lot of loyal people.
Yes, he was a very well-loved ruler, I'm not surprised actually.
He is dead now.
He's dead.
He's defeated. And Melisendel, his wife?
Dead.
Double dead. But
Sylval got away.
Juto tried to kill her. Also, don't go near Juto.
Alright,
She's got internal struggles.
okay. That's... Sylval carries the curse with her. If she were to bite a royal elf, she could still pass on this curse. It's not quite dead until...
And your dad's still roaming around.
The trouble
Yeah.
is we got this...
Alphadon's still out there as well.
Yeah.
We have
And
this
Shalom.
immediate problem.
Yes, yes. Do you wish me to come with you, or do you wish me to stay here? Your mother is still sleeping. The spell has several hours still on it, so
No, she needs protection.
I will stay. I will stay and make sure that she is looked after.
Do we have anything we can give you or anything you can give us so that we can communicate if we were to need you? Sending...
Could leave Granamir with you.
The small purple dragon, yes. We've used that to contact me in the past.
Well, we can send Granamir if we need him. I think it's probably
Yes.
best on us.
Well, Granamir knows the way here, doesn't he? So.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you
Very
know
well.
where Lady Rayanne would be?
No, from what I understand, she's sort of the magical commander as such. There is another captain, I forget his name, who commands the military forces, but Lady Rayanne is responsible for a lot of the magical learnings here in Inspire. I don't know where she is. I've not seen her since we first visited, when I was meeting with them as guests. Since the attack, I've not seen anyone.
Might be pretty close to Velon then already.
Could be.
I think we're just gonna have to go there. I don't know where else we can look for her.
Well, we can scout ahead a little bit.
Yes.
Try and be
Yeah.
stealthy about it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Do you know what she looks like?
Lady Rayanne, yes. Black hair with silver ringlets inside of it. Ornaments, I remember her carrying. Older, but not old. Much more like your mother's age, really. She wore robes, but also had... She carried a staff, if I remember, tipped with an icy crystal. I'm
If you
afraid that's
thought-
all I can remember.
If you thought about her image, could you tell Granamir what she looks like?
Granamir can only project images himself.
Can
He
you
can't
not?
read minds. But Trell could, in theory.
That's okay.
I think you would notice her if you saw her.
Okay.
There's not many others like her in the Spire. Most of the other soldiers tend to be quite young. She definitely stands out.
All right, we'll find her. Thanks, Paley.
Good luck. Okay. So, you guys are going to sneak around. Stealthy.
To prevent the knocking on the door situation, here's a special knock, and I do a really elaborate knock on the door. That's how you know it's us.
Excellent.
Like 3 taps at the top, 4 at the bottom, and then 2 on the sides. Like
Certainly.
this. I do it a few times.
You are
Great.
a very special person, Cameron.
I know people keep telling me this, and I'm
Yes.
like, keep the compliments. It's a group effort.
Yes, it certainly is a group effort.
All right, well, we can talk later, but let's go.
Cool. So you guys make your way out into the Spire. You hear the sounds of battle kind of echoing around. Like, it does seem like there are actually small pockets of fighting happening within the Spire itself, but you manage to avoid those in most cases. It seems to be small clashes between guards chasing down a civilian, or maybe a couple of renegade guards who are launching an attack on some others. And you make your way through the Spire itself. You begin making your way to the war room, or are you going to try and search around trying to find this Lady Rayanne first?
I feel like we shouldn't go directly there.
Okay.
We should at least, if we are to go close to it, be careful and quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to.
So, stealth checkeroons.
Oh no.
Natural
Wow.
one.
That's right. Well, one of these guards, one of the archers that are with you, fucking vanishes from sight with a natural 20. The other one is about as adept as Trelemar. Like, you're both like, you turn around, you knock over a vase, and then they kind of are startled by the noise, so they back into a painting that falls off the wall.
16.
16.
7.
7. So Ken Buckland as well is like, you guys are being fucking loud. And it echoes, loud, 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 loud. So you guys attempt to sneak around, and as you actually round a corridor, these kind of noises, you hear several guards make their way round.
HighRollers merch on sale.
Nice.
So you guys are basically making noise over here. So, where's that one? I don't know.
They look so healthy.
Yeah. Well, look, these are the bluest, palest miniatures I had. So, as Trell, I don't have any for the 2 archers with you, so we'll use... Oh, actually, I can use these guys. Oh, that's my microphone coming off. So it's basically, as you round a corner making all of this noise, Trellamar sort of in the lead with his natural 1. Yeah, no, Elora's at the back is making them stealthiest.
Noise! Noise!
Yeah, like noise. So as you round the corner, you basically hear, what was that, from around, and then springing upon you almost from the sides of 2 doors, you see 4 Winterspire soldiers dressed in that kind of like ice-like armor and blue kind of like tunics and chainmail, blades, shields and spears at their sides, and accompanying a older-looking woman with a like ice-tipped staff, silver ringlets in black hair, kind of older feature, who kind of like looks and she's just like, you're, and she kind of like points at Elora like, you're one of the moon's men, and like they can see them starting readying themselves for weapons.
Please stop. We don't want to fight.
As you kind of say that, she's just like, she says, don't listen to her, men. They're the ones that have attacked our lord. And then that's what it is. So everyone roll initiative. But what are you doing there, Chris Trott? You don't get the camera controls.
Oh no. So I can
Okay.
manually zoom on the thing.
Oh, I see. You can do the manually zoom. All right.
Just a smidge while we're in this tiny corridor.
I'm really worried.
So we've got Cam,
Because I got nothing.
Trell, Elora, archers.
See?
It's good.
Have you got any spells left?
No.
Okay, Cam,
16.
Trellamar,
15.
Elora.
16.
It's pretty good. Cool.
Oh no, I got some stuff.
Mainly healing.
Okay, so as you round this corner, you watch this long corridor stretching out before you. 2 doors on either side, and in the middle is this kind of group of 4 soldiers with Lady Rayanne in the middle. As she says that, she's like, don't listen to her, men. They're the ones that have attacked our lord. And with a gesture, she casts a spell. I would like everybody to make saving throws, the kind of which I will tell you momentarily once I have wisdom saving throws.
$17.
16.
16. Wow. So what you, as she casts this spell, you feel like a kind of warping of time and power kind of spread over you. And you can feel this spell trying to force your body to move very slowly, but you kind of shrug it off. Except one of the archers that was sent with you who's like, reaching for his bow in very dramatic slow-mo fashion.
Nice.
She then kind of like steps behind these kind of 4 soldiers and kind of raises her hands, like staff in one hand and one hand defensively. After that, it's Cam and Elora, basically. You guys can decide because you've got the same initiative.
I've forgotten her name.
Elora.
No.
Oh, Lady Rayanne.
Rayanne.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Rayanne. So you feel like she goes to cast this spell. It's not directly offensive. It looks like it was made to try and, shut you down, basically. And she's pointing at you, saying, "Capture them!" Like,
Yeah. The battle is over here. Nalistri is in charge of this spire. We're not here to fight. We are here to tell you that this needs to stop.
she's just like, Nalistri's not in charge of anything. This is Lord Solandris' spire.
Lord Solandris is dead.
then you have killed him to usurp him, and we will not... Guards, get them! And like she's like pointing at you, basically.
Lord Solandris turned my parents into monsters, and he would have done the same to you.
6 seconds. All right, so that's what you say?
Yes.
You can do anything else? So that's what you get to say in this round. You can say more later. It's like 6 seconds. It's a quick.
I can't.
Okay, so you just stay. Cam, what are you doing at this point?
I'm gonna throw down my dagger and put my hands up.
So you're just going to surrender, basically?
Yeah, but
Okay.
step in front of everybody else and say, I'm not fighting.
Okay. Interesting. Trelamar.
But because I throw Nimbus, it keeps coming back.
But you can choose it not to will back to your hand. It is an optional thing. Trelamar, though.
Can I use my...
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Can I use my mask if I'm telepathically talking to a person? Can I send images like Granamir does?
Yeah, I'd say so, because it's more that's your warlock ability, and it allows you to, I mean...
Because if I could paint a picture of...
The horror.
of the
horrors!
werewolfy
I
horror.
like it.
That's-
You can
Thou
communicate.
shut up.
Yeah, you can communicate telepathically with a creature you see within 30 feet of you. You don't need to share a language. The creature must be able to understand what language. Oh, in fact, actually, yeah, there's.
can project
You do,
imagery
and
and
also
memories.
you can communicate telepathically. So I think it can be multiple way. Yeah, so you can project images. So yeah, so you want to do that basically.
To her. Yeah.
Okay, so and you're showing her what exactly, like
The
like flashes of memories, like
yeah, the
werewolves
battle
and
of
stuff.
them, the
Okay.
werewolves, you know.
So, give me a persuasion check, but you have advantage because you're kind of using this to back up what like what Elora's saying.
It's a bit better.
12, whenever you say
16.
advantage, we're
Okay.
like,
She kind of like holds her hand up. It's like, what spell? Men, stop! What are you showing me?
Images of
this?
the past.
No, this is that's. And then she kind of like stops for a moment. She's like, the battle, the battle memory you showed me. Show me again. Show me that again. And you kind of project this image of on top of the spire, and it was actually you just sent random memories, but you actually got it just as like Solandris and Melisandre was standing around the crown, and she's like, what is that? What is that crown?
That was the source of their power. That's what they were going to use to turn your people into werewolves.
Okay, I know that. That's the crown of black ice. That belonged to Fenris, an archfey. What is it? How would you have been able to create that?
Show her Fenris. We've seen Fenris.
Are you sure with Fenris?
She's like, I don't know who that woman is, but the archfey can take many forms, but how would you have known about the crown? She kind of like holds a hand out. You, Galanadel, you said something about your parents becoming creatures.
Yes. I assume that Trelamar has shown you those creatures.
Yes, but
They have no control. This is what Solandris wanted to do. He wanted to turn the entire elven race into these beasts, and it's not what we are. This was his way of survival, not to have treaties, not to talk to people. He just wanted to brutally kill things and turn us into something that we are not.
she kind of looks for a moment. No, you're wrong, but that doesn't change the facts. Solandris didn't want to kill people. That's not his way, and I've known him for hundreds of years.
Fenris did, and I think it corrupted his mind. He wanted to defend his people,
Yes.
but Fenris...
Fenris was using him like a puppet.
She looks over and the human is quite astute for one of his kind. I believe that is very much what has happened.
I pout, inflate my chest.
She's quite, I mean, I don't know, do you go for an older elf? Like, it's like Elora's mum's age.
It's Cam. He goes for anything.
She kind of like looks, raises an eyebrow. She kind of turns to you two again. If what you've shown me is true, Solandris is truly dead. And Alistri still lives.
He's injured, but yes.
And he is technically the only one. If Silval has escaped but is under this curse, her judgment is impaired, and therefore she cannot be trusted to rule. Velon is a commander here. He's a military commander. He is currently sending forth troops, and he was sending forth myself. He's told them all that Salandris has been betrayed, that Nalistri is trying to usurp him, using humans to attack us, and giants and things like that.
The humans and giants have been stopped. We have spoken to them.
This
They are
is
no
good.
longer attacking. We are not trying to betray anyone. We're trying to save this spire.
It's super uneasy though, and there's still
Well, yes,
pockets of
there's
resistance.
Pockets of resistance. Well, then we have one problem. Velon. He will, even if he chooses to believe what you've shown him, I imagine that he would rather seek revenge than try and accept that Salandris was doing something like this. I am a little bit more pragmatic. I know the corrupting power of these Fae and these Arch-Fae. I know what sort of effect they can have. As tragic as it is, we must stop him.
There is no way we can convince him, being outsiders and potentially the other side of this wall.
There is no way I can convince him, human. This is... You are... Imagine your closest ally, somebody that you have spent your entire life with, somebody that you would entrust everything you cared for with.
Mm-hmm.
Would you betray them? Would you, if somebody, a stranger, someone told you that they were wrong, would you believe them?
I struggle with imagination. Can you go back to the friend bit and start from there again?
She looks over at you two.
Is there any way that you can assist us?
Yes, but she looks over. She points to the four of her guards who are looking quite uneasy, and it doesn't look like that because she seems to have an understanding that they don't, but they're kind of following her orders. She's like, "You four, go check on the cells. If what you've shown me is correct, then Queen Shalana of the Autumn Spire is in there. You can witness this for your own selves. See what Salandris is potentially transforming us into." They kind of look at her, and she's like, "Go, be gone," and they kind of scatter off.
Just don't get too close. Don't let her bite you.
I imagine that she is in a cell, correct?
Yes.
She is,
It
but
should be all right then. The magic should hold. We will have to deal with Velon. I have some magic left. You look quite beaten up and worse the wear, shall I say. But he will have guards, and he must be at least rendered unconscious and arrested.
It's going to be tough.
Yes, it will.
Well, what option do we have?
we have to stop it. The longer we wait, the more people die.
I agree.
I've got an idea.
Okay. But
I'm going to
why?
share it at a very cool climactic moment.
What's the idea, Cam?
Well, we use the bronze griffin to do the pinning and the subduing of the Velon, and we just take out the guards.
You're quite a charismatic fellow, aren't you?
You noticed?
Well, I have an idea.
Better than a big bronze griffin pinning.
Velon might not listen to you or I. He would listen to Salandris and Malisendel.
I don't do that. He does.
Well, Dark Elf, I could either transform yourself, or if you have powers, we could pretend to be Salandris. At least take him off his guard long enough for us to try and render him unconscious.
Salandris as he knew him, or Salandris
I think
as
it would be
the
best if-
creature he became?
I think it would be best if it is in his elven form.
But if I disguise myself as the werewolf version, would that not help us to convince him otherwise?
She smiles. You can start off, if you have your own magics, which I believe you do, given that you managed to project images into my mind. If you have your own ability to disguise yourself as Salandris in his elven form, if Velon questions whether you are truly him, let's just say I can give you a more bestial appearance.
I like it.
And it could, I'd throw him off, if nothing to say.
Plan B, we griffin him.
Nobody wants to listen
I
to me
don't-
because I was
I
part of
understand.
Salandris' plan, and I'm still here and not with him.
Maybe we could disguise you as a wall.
Great.
Or you could wait outside until fighting begins.
Or that.
It's a great idea.
That works as well.
Seems that when people see me or Lilistri, they instantly just want to hurt
I mean,
or capture.
yeah, I mean, that was the aim of the
Yep.
Lord.
We were told that you had come here to purposely kill Solandris, so I can understand why some of the guards might be aggressive.
Yes.
Have we
So maybe if
forgotten
I stay
about
outside.
the wall idea?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. In that case, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will execute this plan.
Plans always go
Trell.
so well.
Plan Trellwolf.
Trellwolf.
Team Wolf. So we're going to take a quick break, guys. It won't be too long, and we will be back to finish off this session.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, welcome back to High Rollers. Just had to have a little quick break there. Now, before we started, you guys have been discovering that the Frostbite still in a bit of turmoil. There's a few commanders who are still marshalling forces. You've managed to convince 2/3 of them to kind of stand down, revealing what's been going on behind their backs. However, it's come that you need to kind of deal with the final commander, a fellow called Velon, who is basically Salandris' most loyal commander, his most loyal soldier, and it is believed that he will be the last bastion of resistance, and it is very unlikely you will be able to talk him down. But you have come up with a plan, which is for Trelemar and a new ally you've met, Lady Rayanne, to disguise themselves and to try and convince Velon to stand down, or at least distract him long enough so that he can be rendered unconscious or immovable in some way. You guys made your way to the gallery where you were once given a tour by Silval, and you noticed that there was a family portrait that was kind of blocked off, which helps you kind of unravel the mystery behind Nalistri's family. You guys are currently on your way down, walking down this corridor towards it, and are making final plans. Rayanne points ahead and she's just like, the gallery is just behind this door ahead of us.
Trell has an amazing idea.
Please, share.
If I go in there
Yes.
and just say, oh, I've been compromised by Fenris, this needs to stop everything, then you enact your bestial change. And then that will probably be enough to...
As if he's lost control of his
Yeah.
ability, and that he feels like Fenris is taking him over rather than help.
Would you attack them then, or would they need to subdue you? I imagine that would be their instant reaction if you were out of control.
It's more for spectacle.
I mean, it would certainly sell the idea.
Maybe we could come in and subdue you, so that you are subdued, and they are no longer a threat. It's like, we don't want war. But then, I guess they'd be like, why are they here?
Velon is the one that's been saying that you've been attacking.
Maybe you could subdue
Yes.
and say, this needs to end.
Yes.
So it's you two. It's down to you two. It's down to you two.
I can try, certainly. I'm not much of a performer, I must say.
There is obviously, of course, the issue that he is actually dead, and how are we going to convey that to Velon that actually he is dead?
That's, well, I mean,
We don't need to.
we just need to incapacitate him. He can be
For now,
locked
okay.
up for now. We can talk to him over time and reveal what's been going on. If it turns out that he's aware of everything, then he can be tried as a criminal. If he's been aiding Salandris in this madness that you've shown me,
We just need to capture him.
well, you need to capture him.
So
However, I need sight of you to be able to cast my spell.
Yeah.
I can disguise myself as Malice Endel, but
do that,
yes.
and then
Well, she kind of just waves a hand over, and you watch as her, rather than the illusion which kind of covers you, like with your disguised self, like it kind of just covers your existing appearance with Granny Trell, for example. It's kind of almost like a big cloak, you kind of a disguise. As she waves her hand, her flesh almost seems to morph and kind of shift and change until she is a perfect resemblance of Salandris' wife, Malice Endel. She looks exactly like her. Her clothes are still what she was previously wearing, but everything else about her has changed completely. That's one spell slot for that.
Malice Endel will do the subduing, as and when necessary.
Well, you showed me that they were both corrupted by Fenris.
Maybe
It'd be difficult for Malice Endel to capture her own husband.
maybe the bestial thing is not necessary.
Yeah, let's forget the bestial thing. Let's just try and let's see if we can
Talk him
talk him down, and then if all else fails, beast me up. You can come in and we'll take him out.
Yep. Yep.
Very well. So,
Good luck.
she gestures to the door. Do you wish to change, Mr. Trelemar?
I will change.
You use disguise self. You give
Yep.
yourself the appearance of Salandris. The form ever so slightly larger than what Salandris would have been. You're a little bit taller than he was, and also a bit bulkier. You know, he was quite old, whereas you've got a bit more of a physique. So you kind of do appear more like a very strapping Salandris. You're kind of trying to throw it off as an air. And the two of you, Rayanne and Trelemar.
I'm going to try and duck out the way.
not.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys give me stealth checks. The two of you.
What's this guy's rank?
Commander.
He is commander.
22.
22.
And 20.
You two kind of just duck to the sides.
I
and
become a floor tile.
Cam hits the deck, hoping that no one would look down, and he's right.
Yes.
Because who would ever look
New
down?
tactic.
So you two move up, and you are basically, you're like clinging, you're like pressed up against the edges of the door frame, like hoping that nobody looks at you. As you enter, several of these Wintermarch soldiers, who you can see are a little bit more decorated. Several of them have like stripes like commanders or captains, lieutenants, that sort of thing, sergeants. There's a large table that seems to have been dragged in from somewhere else, which has a crude map of the spire, and you can see that things have been cleared away, and kind of leaning on it, huge double-handed ice-like sword resting against it, is this old elf, kind of greying hair, thinning at the temples, short cut short, pushed back, wearing plate armor, kind of just kneeling down over it. He looks up. All the soldiers kind of turn around and then instantly just kind of fall in line, salute, bow deeply, and things like that. Okay, we're going to do this in a section of things. I need you and Rayanne are both going to do. You can either do deception or performance, one of the two.
That's what I was thinking.
But it's not just going to be a one and done. It will be a continuous thing of like.
Let's go for the deception.
Okay, so give me a deception. Reroll that because it's kind of cock.
Oh, well, it's almost as good.
Okay.
12.
Okay, so you guys step into the room. You watch as Rayanne kind of assumes this very regal posture. Stands very much like very uncanny how much she resembles the late Malasendel, having that you just saw her dead body mere moments ago. Trelemar, you're still kind of getting into the comfort of it, and you're kind of like making your way in. The soldiers all snap to attention, and this older commander looks up. He's like, my lord, thank goodness you're all right. I was worried that these others had snuck their way in. Is the ritual complete? Are we done? Are we safe?
I'll turn to the other soldiers. At ease, men.
They all kind of like stand down. You can see a few of them go back. Looks like they've been kind of preparing supplies, what they can. They've seemed to have gathered on this round table. You can see vials, different coloured sort of liquids. You can see scrolls. Basically, they seem to be collecting whatever they can. And then the central table has this large map on it, basically. They all kind of go about their business, and Velon makes his way round. You guys kind of step forward a little bit. And yeah, he just gestures. Velon bows deeply, his sword kind of just resting on the table behind him. And he's just like, is it done?
Commander, the plan has changed.
What has happened?
I have seen sense.
Okay, carry on.
My mind has been shrouded by the evils of this archfey.
Okay, give me deception with disadvantage.
Oh, fuck.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Don't worry, it could get worse.
What was it, deception? That's 13.
His eyes narrow. My lord, what do you mean? Fenris promised us great power. How can you have... I don't understand.
She has tricked us, old friend.
What? Tricked us how?
We are to be consumed. Consumed by a curse that will make us creatures that are not as we should be.
So as you say this, his eyes narrow, and you see a hand drift towards the blade. Salandris, you know of the form that you can take. You promised me the same, that we would be brothers. A pack. Malasendel tries to step in. No, Velon, you're wrong. That's not... And then he kind of, his eyes snap up. He's like, man, he doesn't seem to have recognized that you're not Salandris.
Okay.
It's just like, something is wrong. We must stop Salandris. And like, they kind of snatch their weapons up. Rayanne looks at you, kind of not notice, just like, fuck it, let's go with the plan, it seems.
Why not?
She's going to make a sleight of hand. Oh, shit. Oh, no, that's all right. Okay. She kind of very subtly weaves her hands and you mutter something under her breath and you feel your form begin to twist and shape. Do you have your direwolf card?
Yeah.
Can you give it to Trelemar, please? And you shapeshift into a large white wolf-like form.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
As she
Attack
casts
somebody.
a spiel.
Bow wow.
And you have those stats. Your HP is that HP.
Okay.
If you lose that HP, you go to whatever Trelemar is on, basically.
That HP, exactly, actually.
But then, so perfect. So you basically have like that, and then once that goes, you transform
that
back, and then you're back at the Trelemar level.
Cool.
As you do that, like a few of the men kind of gasps forward. Velon kind of stands back a little bit. Rayanne like gestures. She's like, "See, Velon, this is what has become." And he's just like, no, this is a trick! Something is just trying to dissuade us! And that's going to be initiative for everyone, please.
Yay.
What's happening? Find out.
Okay, Cam.
7.
The way you were saying 7, I was like 17. No, just 7. Trell.
16.
Elora.
6.
Again, went to do the exact same thing of 6. No, just 6.
Just 6.
Rayanne has 12. The soldiers, of which there are quite a few, is 16. Velon is at 10. So, Trelemar. Whilst you are in this form, your thought process is not quite Trelamar's. Unlike Elora's, you are very much more. Your intelligence is that of a beast. Like you have your memories, you still have your same personality, but thinking is quite hard. Like you're it's much more primal. You do revert more into an animalistic state.
So am I a wolf man?
You are not a wolf. You are a full wolf.
Okay.
You are a big, large, like the size of a horse. Have you got your, can I borrow yours for now? This is you now.
You're just not purple.
You're not purple, you're white. You're about the size of a small horse, like this huge kind of wolf-like thing. You can feel these long jaws. Like I said, you're still you've got all your personality, your memories, but you're now like, protect, fight, angry. Like, it's much more simplistic kind of thought process. What would you like to do?
Just go
Attack.
go for the commander. Yeah.
Okay, so you launch into, so you can use those stats to attack.
Cool. I shall go to bite his face off.
Well, that's a pretty good way to start off.
So that's 24.
That is a hit. So despite the plate armor, you kind of catch him unawares and you sink your huge teeth.
11.
Okay, 11 points.
Welcome.
And you can feel like this older elf like trying to throw you off now as you kind of sink these teeth in. His hand just wrapped around this greatsword blade. But does it have multi-attack, direwolf?
Not direwolf.
No, so just bite. Okay, but he does have to make a strength saving throw, right? I think it's like a
Yeah, or he gets knocked
prone. He succeeds, so he manages to like stay on his limbs as you're trying to bear him to the ground, and he just manages to kind of throw you off.
So I think you get advantage. So if an ally is within 5 feet of you, you get advantage on attacks because of pack tactics.
As they're doing this, the soldiers it takes them a moment. It basically takes them kind of a bit of time to kind of ready themselves. They start drawing weapons, and they start basically moving to kind of surround the group of you. One of them is going to be nearby enough to strike. This guy's going to knock the table over, which causes a lot of the potions to the vials to spill out onto the ground. Okay, none of them break. They just on the ground. They move up, and this guy's going to try and move up, and you've moved up to about there. So one of these soldiers kind of goes to lash out with you, and as he approaches, you get the same sense now that these soldiers are kind of pulling out weapons and things like that. There is something about them. Give me an Arcana check. You don't have any bonuses, so this is just using the wolves thing. So, yeah. there's something magic about them. But as they draw closer and as they go to strike you, you feel this intense cold. Even if they kind of miss with their weapons, this cold seems to like run up you and cause quite severe pain.
Okay.
But one of these soldiers tries to swing at you. That is a 14.
Yeah.
So your direwolf form is going to take 4 points of damage as
Okay.
this rapier. Oh no, sorry, 4 points of normal damage and 1 point of cold damage as this soldier manages to just get a quick stab into the side, into your flank as a wolf, and you feel this piercing cold like bite through your flesh. As they all move into position, you can now see that with multiple of them there, they are all kind of moving in around you. Next up, it is Rayanne, sensing that things have gone wrong. She kind of crosses her hands, and you watch as her skin turns to stone. Like she can still move. You can see this thick stone-like substance kind of cover her whole body. That's the second spell slot of that. And she kind of gets her staff and is trying to defend herself, and that's what she does. The Commander Velon, this great sword he kind of hefts, throws you off with one hand and then tries to bring it down in a two-handed strike. He also calls out, he's like, "Men! This is not our lord, this is not our lady. We must either subdue them or kill them. They're imposters, probably sent by that whelp Nalistri." With his greatsword, that's going to hit you, considering that I know 14 hits.
Yep.
You feel this epic blade strike into your side for 8 points of damage.
Sure.
Thump, as this greatsword swings through. Cam Buckland, actually, first.
Gonna try and stay in the shadows, but this guard right in front of me is back. It's gonna nimbus.
Okay, you have advantage. He's completely unaware of you.
Excellent. Okay. 17.
17. That is just enough, actually. You kind of peek around the corner. As Nimbus.
6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And a d6 of poison nowadays. D8, sorry. Holy moly.
You can do that every round, right? You basically get to add a D8
Yes,
every
divine
round.
strike.
Yeah.
7
So in total,
is, what was it, 6? 7, 13, right?
13. So as you do this, you kind of turn around, you wait for the moment, you kind of hear him strike into Chalamar's wolf form, and then that's when you run around, the dagger just spins through, it plunges into the back of his neck, and he's like, ah! He goes to grasp the blade, but you nimbus back into its wisp-like cloud form. Well, as he turns around, like, he sees you, and he's like, the poison, and then he just collapses. Yeah.
So you still haven't been seen?
Not by that one. However, the others, now seeing that their friend has died. What did you get in your stealth? You got quite high, right?
No.
22.
Well, oh,
I
yeah,
got,
yeah.
we both got 20 something.
20. I
20-something.
got 20.
Okay, 2 of them don't seem to notice you, but one of the elves turn around and is like, "Hey, who's there?" And like sees something in the door frame, basically. Elora.
Well,
and it's
I
this
mean,
this guy
they've
that seems to have seen Cam. Didn't see you.
Didn't see me. Pew!
Moonbow.
Moonbow!
Okay. Yep, make
Why?
your attack roll.
Why?
Nope. Make your attack roll. That's what you said you were
Why?
doing.
Why? This is gonna do something bad.
Okay, 18 hits. So you pull back the bow. You kind of stand out. The moon bow is this recurved bow of beautiful kind of wood and silver. And then as you put your hand in its place, a blazing light of bowstring appears as you pull back. A silvery bolt of glowing light flies through, illuminating the entire room, very much giving away your position.
I mean, I was gonna turn into a bear in a second, so it's kind of...
It's not a big deal. But it is just like, you... I saw the dice, that's enough.
16.
Yeah. As you turn around, this
worth it.
bolt
Killed
of
it.
radiant energy just hits this elf in the chest. The icy armor splinters, and he just collapses backwards.
And bonus action, I'm gonna be a polar bear.
Bear!
But then I'm
In the
gonna...
corridor.
But I'm gonna get
You, like, walk
in
through
front
and then-
of Cam,
and
so
then
that
transform.
Cam's not seen.
You
but I am.
block this doorway.
Yeah.
Cam could probably be seen, but there's no way they could get to him without climbing over you. As you do that, Trelemar.
I'll just go for that guy again.
Okay, for the commander.
Yep.
So you try and sink your teeth into. Rawr!
That is 19.
That is a hit. Again, like your sharp fangs just kind of almost punch her
Plus,
into
you get
the armor.
advantage, remember?
Yes, because
Oh, yeah.
she's next to you. The armor kind of almost like a screwdriver going into a tin can. Your like fangs actually just puncture the armor, just like.
Oh, nice.
Roll and see if you get a crit. Because you get
You have advantage. Yeah, it's worth doing. Like roll again, just see if you get a natural 20.
Yeah.
No. So damage-wise, what are we looking at?
7.
7 points. Again, like it punctures into like part of his armor, and he's like, ah! You succeed. You actually drag him to the ground as well. Like you pin him down like onto his back. He's still got his weapon in hand. He can still strike, but you bear him to the ground. The soldiers move in, however. 2 of them onto the wolf. This one is 2. These 2 are actually going to move past Rayanne and go for the polar bear that they can now see. Yeah, we'll try and get an attack opportunity, but fail. Swings out with a staff, missing. The soldiers, 2 on you, 2 on the polar bear. As they work in tandem, you can see these are highly trained guards working together. They seem to be much more adept at fighting, and also you can again sense this horrible, unnatural cold kind of flowing off of them. So 2 against Trelemar. So these guys have advantage currently. So that's a natural 1 on that guy, but he has advantage. So that's going to be an 18. Okay, the next guy, that's a natural 20. So, you're going to take, off the crit, you take 10. That's going to be 11 damage off 1, and then you take another 5, so that's 16, plus 2 cold, 18 total. As these 2 guys kind of dart around you, as you turn to snap at one, you feel this thin blade pierce into your neck. You got to snap at the other one, the other one kind of strikes at the opportune moment. Polar bear, they've got advantage as well, 18. That's 1 that hits. The next one is a 24, so that's going to hit you as well. But no crits on this one. That's 7. That's 10 points of damage and 2 cold damage.
To 12.
Yeah. So, and again, they're kind of like using each other to kind of distract you as one kind of launches into
I'm just going to
strike.
growl at them.
One of them will attack Rayanne as well. It hits. Because she's not very high, she's going to take a little bit of damage. Not too much, though. Rayanne's turn. She, with so many allies, she won't cast that. Instead, she will cast a spell on the one in front of her, which fails, and you watch as the guard in front of Rayanne just seizes up, like, unable to move, and then she backs away. She's going to move up. Here, basically, darting around the outside. Velon, who's on the ground, he stands up, he kind of manages to get himself to his feet, and then again brings this large 2-handed sword down on Trelemar. That's a natural 1, but he does have advantage as he has an ally. That's going to be a 21. So you, again, this great sword cleaves in for 7 points of damage. As
So that's gone.
So as the blade cuts in, the wolf form, and you transform back into Trelemar, a leaf, as the wolf form vanishes, leaving you surrounded by many elves with swords.
We now know it's not the Lord.
Yes, they kind of like, an imposter! And like they're just shouting and basically like pointing at you, like, kill him! And it's not good. Cam Buckland.
Okay. I'm still hidden.
You are hidden from everybody at this point.
So I'll hit the next guard that's
There's 2 attacking Allura, basically. Yep.
with the old Nimbus. So
Yep.
I get
Advantage. Yeah. Unaware of you.
Good, I hope. 14 plus 7,
Yeah.
21.
Easily hits. 21.
Okay.
Remember
Don't forget your poison as well.
No, it's a D8 for poison.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you're there, Katie.
10 total.
10. Right, this one, unfortunately, the blade kind of sinks into its arm. Oh, where is the... Oh, and he kind of like woozy looks around. And there's a human over there. Kill him.
Okay,
Like,
I'm
quite-
gonna stay where I am.
Okay, so you just stay behind the polar
You
bear.
can't duck behind me.
I'm
I'm
gonna duck
pretty much
behind.
cover.
Yeah,
Fine.
I mean, yeah, you are cover
I'm
and
really
they can't
big.
get past.
I'll stay there then.
Okay, so you're just going to stay where you are. Elora. There's two in front of you. One of them is like looking very woozy at like his bleeding arm. He's just like, "Ugh, I'm gonna be sick.
I'll bite that.
Oh! Sick all over your paws.
Oh no. 14.
14 is not enough. It kind of the icy armor kind of like crunches beneath your.
That one will hit. I rolled an 18.
18. Which one are you targeting? The injured one?
Yeah, claws.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's dead.
15 damage.
Yeah, he had 2 HP left.
Well, take an attack, right?
Huge claws just rip into his face, spraying blood all
and
over
I'll
the
turn
open
to
door.
his friend and just do a big teethy grin at him, like her.
He's like, die, beast! He was my friend! And just screams at you. Trelamar.
I'm not phased. I'm just going to keep grinning.
I don't know. I guess I just.
So you are next to them.
Yeah, I know. I'll just try and stab the guy
So
on
you
my.
pull out the old short sword, trusty short sword that I think you've hit every time you've used with it.
Oh, don't.
I
Don't
think
say
he
that.
has.
No.
No.
I'll go for this chap.
So you're just going to go for one of the random guards, yeah?
Yeah. Why
Sounds good.
not?
All right, I love it.
I love it.
Oh, for fuck's sake! See.
It failed.
Mark cursed him.
You're like, ah! These guys are trained soldiers. He just parries that blade, that strike away very, very easily. The soldiers, however...
Can I cast Hex as a bonus action? Isn't that a bonus?
It's a bonus action, yes,
Yeah.
but you're out of spell slots.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Because you use them all up, because you can't
Is
fly
Hex a
on
spell?
Hex is
Yeah.
unfortunately a spell. Things with hexes, you want to put it on the really tough enemies at the very start of the round, and then let that extra
Whittle
d6
down.
just damage and twit away. 2 of these soldiers move around you. That guy needs to make a saving throw in a minute, and they start stabbing you with their swords.
Yay!
Natural 1, but they have advantage because they're next to each other, unfortunately. That's a natural 20. So that's
sake.
1. The other one is a 4. And a 3. The other one misses you, though. So whilst one of them is kind of distracting you and you're desperately trying to dodge out the way, you just feel this blade thunk up, like almost like in Hot Fuzz, like when it goes through.
lovely.
Like, I'm gonna need some ice cream. So that's 4. It's only 6 points of damage.
That's not too bad.
And 2 points of cold damage. As
think
these kind
that's
of
gonna go
icy.
That's all right.
It's fine. So they strike you. Elora, one of them, no longer having advantage because he's on his own, fails to hit you. The blade just goes wide, and the other one is going to attempt his saving throw and makes it, but that is the end of his turn. Rayanne's go. Rhiannon. She summons an orb of multicolored light and throws it at this guy.
Magic.
Magic missile. He saves. He dodges out of the way, but still takes some damage. That's going to be 15 halved. Is
7. Round
7.
it down.
Yeah, it's 7. So he, like this bolt of kind of like acidic energy hits him in the back, and you can see it sizzling away at his armor and stuff. He's like, ah, ah! As she kind of just tries to take cover behind this thing here. It is now Velen's go. You dark elf and assassin, likely sent by that fool. I'll have your head. As he strikes out with his greatsword. Is a 16 going to hit you?
No.
Oh, actually, his advantage, because he still has allies. Is a 19 going to hit you?
Yes.
Yes.
That's 10 points of damage as this greatsword into Trelamar's side.
Ow! Why?
Cam Buckland.
I'm gonna push past the bear and go right up to Trell.
Oh, hello.
Touch him on the shoulder. Heroism.
You cast Heroism.
I cast heroism as one of my.
Do you know what Heroism does?
Yeah, I read it in the book, and now I'm gonna read it again.
Because I don't remember what it is.
Basically, you're immune to being frightened, so you're welcome.
I think it's temporary hit points as well, right?
You also gain temporary hit points equal to my spell casting ability, which is +7, I believe.
That's
Spell
with your
attack.
proficiency. Yeah, it's
Plus
no,
4.
it's just your modifier, just your
Plus 4.
spellcasting modifier, so +4. So you get 4 temporary hit points.
You get 4 temporary hit points, and also.
As he casts that, the glowing-haired Cam Buckland, because that's your Lightborn, right? You're
Yeah.
casting it as
Yeah.
Lightborn. So Cam's hair, Super Saiyan mode, glows brightly as he touches your shoulder, and you feel invigorated and you feel hopeful. You can do this, Trevor.
Also, as long as I concentrate, every round you get 4 HP. 4 HP. For a
You need
minute.
to make concentration checks though. If you take damage, which you probably.
That was an action.
Yep.
Bonus action. Just a pan of flipping the bird.
Whoa. That's what you do. Elora. There is a single elf.
That was a 14 again.
Nope. God bless multi-attack.
That one will hit.
Yeah.
20.
Yes. Your claws strike true, raking.
14.
He's dead. Brah! You just tear his head off. Just brah!
And
Little
as
corpse
my
spurting out.
movement, I will get in between this guy and Cam Buckland.
This guy.
Yeah.
So you
I
can-
want to block Cam so that
You charge it. You leave Trelemar to his death and save Cam
he's
Buckland.
actually doing better than he is. So
So you charge in. Yep, that makes sense. This was the one that was hit in the back with the acid orb as well. So you do that. Trelemar, a leaf.
I'll just try and
Stab.
again, yeah.
Ha! You can
Stab
disengage. You could spend your whole action like moving past these guys, so that like you can get out of the way. But obviously that's your whole turn.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to stab.
Trelemar's like, fuck that.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I think
Afraid not.
It's a good hit.
Again, just parrying away. These guys are trained in weapons use. You've kind of muddled your way through it when you had to. Like, they're very, very skilled. The soldiers. This one turns on the bear. 2 more. Velon actually, or he says, I will deal with the Dark Elf. He's mine. Deal with the healer.
oh, great.
And they direct them to Cam Buckland.
Cam go
I haven't
down.
healed him yet, technically, but
You're glowing brightly with hair, and you touched his shoulder, and he seemed to be filled
say
with
that.
vigor.
I say that. I'm technically not a healer.
I'm technically not a healer. Right, 2 of these against Cam Buckland. Each has advantage. 24.
Yeah, I believe
That's
that
one.
hits, Mark. Yeah.
11. 16.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
16 hits. So you're going to take
Kill me.
4 plus 4, 8. Plus 2 cold.
So 10.
10.
As these 2 blades stab into you. It's not your day, Cam Buckland. This one will turn on the polar bear. Nope, natural 1. He almost stabs himself. In fact, his sword, he accidentally swings and he gets stuck in the table, and he's like, yeah. And he pulls it out free. Velon
Centuries of training.
turns on you. Yeah, that's going to hit. The great sword comes crashing down on Trelemar. 7. That's another 10. As again, the great sword comes in on your side.
God, guys!
Yeah, and slashes into you. It is now. Rayanne. Oh no, Rayanne should have gone. Sorry,
Save
before
everybody.
then. What can she do? I mean, she could cast Fireball, but I don't think that's going to help.
That's definitely not going to help.
This is where I wish I had spell cards.
Shall I do my concentration check?
Oh yes, please, yes, concentration check. Actually, well,
What was it?
Well, good job, Chris Trott. That you didn't.
got
You
an
could have not
18.
told me about that.
22.
20, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, you pass. And you know what? Because you, if you hadn't admitted to that, I would have known. You can have inspiration, which I very rarely give out. Because you kind of did screw yourself there. Because if you had failed that, then that would have been pretty bad. Right.
Just
okay.
fireball us all. It's for a good cause. Martyrdom.
So, Rayanne gestures towards Velon. She kind of tries to, and you can see her lifting his form off the ground, but he kind of manages to shrug off whatever mystical power she was trying to wrap around him. At least I think so. Telekinesis. Tested. Oh, make an ability check with your spell card. Oh shit, okay, let's do this differently then. Oh, that's not very good. Okay, so she can see her struggling, and she's trying to like lift him off the ground, but he's kind of fighting her off. But you can see her kind of maintaining this spell basically. So she's going to do that next turn. Cam Buckland. There are 2 guards behind you.
HP. You get
4 extra.
Oh yeah, you get 4
4
temporary
again?
hit points. Well, so temporary hit points, you take damage off those first, and then anything
okay.
else
Yeah,
you
that's
take
fine.
off your HP,
Yeah, yeah.
and then next turn you get another. It's like a little shield
2.
of hit points. That's your.
That's for me concentrating.
That's your action. You're just concentrating. Oh yeah, it's just a concentration. Yep.
So I will nimbus the guy behind me.
Just stab him. Yep. Don't have advantage, sadly.
No, one does not. But it's okay because I got a 25.
That hits. Don't forget the poisano.
How could I forget? 5 plus 10 total.
10 total. Is that with your dex mod? Are you adding your dex mod to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 1 on the
Okay.
D4.
So you stab him. It catches the guy on the shoulder. He stabbed his back, injured but not dead. Elora,
Bite the guy.
like the
There.
wee guard.
Nice.
I hit him!
So dead.
Yay!
attack,
I'm gonna
right?
turn to the.
Yeah, you can
claw.
turn around and do the claw attack on one of these guys. This is the injured one.
15.
Not just. You have advantage. Oh no, that's direwolf, isn't it? That's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sadly, it just manages to bring his blade up and deflect your paw as you bring it to slash in. Otherwise,
Can I get in the way of Cam and them?
not really. It's too close. You are in range to threaten, though. Trellamar. This guy is very injured. The wound that Cam dealt looks pretty bad. This guy's uninjured. Velon's taken some blows, but definitely seems to be fighting strong. But you can see that Rayanne's trying to lift him off the ground.
Get out of here, Trell. Go on, sunshine.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What HP are you on?
So it doesn't really.
Okay.
They're both gonna die very soon.
What would you like to do,
At this
Trellamar?
Can I sort of disengage and move?
Yeah, you can basically, so you disengage.
Yeah.
I like to think that you kind of leap over, put your back up against it, like an action hero.
Surrounded by potions.
Yeah. In fact, actually, yeah, you notice there are 3 vials that are on the ground, 3 different colours, amber, red, and green. Just sort of lying, they've fallen out of a small leather satchel right in front of you. So that's your full out. That's your full round. I would say you can pick up one of the potions. What colour?
The green one.
Green. So you pick up the green potion, okay? So you do that. The soldiers.
All dead.
Oh shit.
One's going to attack Elora.
Cool.
24. Take only 3 points of damage and then 1 point of cold damage, so 4. Cam Buckland. I'm afraid that one goes for you.
Doesn't it?
22.
Yeah, it hits here.
He's out.
7 plus 1 cold. 8.
At least Trell made it.
Cam collapses to the ground as you see that happen. Rayanne is going to try and... okay, this is much better. Actually, that works. You watch as she goes... and Velon flies up and is pinned against the ceiling. And you can see her holding him up
What
there.
a feeling.
Just deal with the guards. I'll hold him up. You're unconscious. She's like, deal with the other guards. I'll keep Velon here for now. Velon's go. He can do nothing, basically. Except try and... Nope. Cam Buckland, death saving throw.
Natural 1. No,
He succeeded.
11.
You are stabilized. You are not getting any worse.
No, I need to get 3.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
that's
but
right.
for 9.
No, you know what I mean.
I have 1 success.
You know what I mean. Elora.
I mean, I can take it.
Is it my go?
Yep.
If I come out, I'm gonna die.
There's still 2 guards as well.
I know.
One of them's very injured.
I'm the only one who can heal him, aren't I?
I'm fine.
Velon from the ceiling, he's just like, men, don't give up, kill them. And you can see one of them standing over Cam, ready to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop my polar bear form and heal him.
No.
Okay, so you drop polar bear form.
I've got literally nothing left.
There we come first.
Mini.
I can't kill them because if I kill them and then
Yeah, but if
I
they
can't.
hit you on them down.
Heal.
yeah, that's
Cast-
what I mean.
cast
If they
healing
hit
spell.
you and I'm trying, I don't know what.
Cure wounds. 1d8 plus wisdom.
Oh, yeah. 1d8.
First level.
I have got a 3rd level.
Oh, there you go. Boom. Well, you wouldn't worry.
I'm holding out on you, Mark, because I know what you're like.
You're like, oh, like, we haven't got any spells left.
Yeah, I've
I've got a few 8 levels.
I've saved it for saving his ass.
Which is actually what's going to play out. So 3d8 plus wisdom modifier. Oh, look at this.
22.
So
plus
what's that?
wisdom modifier.
26. You've got more fucking HP than I do.
Can
Feel
Joy.
I come up with an erection.
Okay. Boing. Well, you don't stand up. But the
Well, I
erection's
do.
there. Well, yeah. You
I
know.
pitch a tent.
Little Cam does. Little Cam stands.
Don't say
Big Cam doesn't. Elora's go.
They're
Trelemar.
both big to me.
I will.
Drink the potion.
I'm tempted.
What else could
If
go
you are
wrong?
drinking the potion, I need to know because I need to get a book.
Oh.
You genuinely have more HP than I do.
Yeah, go on, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink a potion. Why not?
Everything else is going great.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
You become consumed by Ben.
I think I'm Popeye.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I think it's spinach.
That's very good.
Oh shit.
Oh no! Oh no! Elora, we gotta go.
Right. So, potions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Roll me a d20.
14.
Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, I love it. Come on.
This is actually, it's so lucky that you're the one that's drunk this, actually. Okay.
You say that. What?
Okay. Right. So, as you pull this potion up, you notice that it is suspended in this green liquid is a scorpion's tail, an adder's fang, a dead spider, and a tiny heart that against all reason is still beating. You pop the lid.
And I think to myself, oh, that looks edible.
Hoping that it is some sort of super good potion. You swallow it, and those of you, you've currently got your mask on. You feel great. You don't heal anything, but you've got energy. You feel enthusiastic. You're ready to take on the world. Thumbs up. And yeah, that's all you know.
Why was it lucky that it wasn't one of us?
We'll find out.
You don't know yet. Yeah, you feel great.
Oh, peppy.
Yep.
It's probably like a love potion or some shit.
So, was
It
that...
could have been.
was
It's
that-
not.
no.
It could have been.
So, what was that? Was that my
I'll
action?
say that's a bonus action because it
Okay.
was fun.
I will go to Eldritch Blast.
You know what? Fuck yeah! Fuck these guys!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh no. What is this?
Oh dear.
It's Trell
Fuck
drunk.
yeah! All right, Tiny Trell.
Oh,
natural 20. Right. One of them is vaporized with the natural 20.
Okay.
The other one,
is...
I don't think it's gonna hit.
No, it's 11.
No. So the other one kind of goes wide. You're just so pumped up. You spring up from behind the thing like. One of them vaporizes one of the guards, and then the other one just doesn't really know what's happening. And yeah, you just feel great. Elora and Cam, you notice that Trell's like his coat's hanging off of him a bit more, and like his armor's just like not quite fitting. So it is now.
What the fuck?
The soldiers.
Turned into a woman
In his
or something, am I?
panic, he just completely misses Elora.
Good.
She's gonna. Velon is still stuck up on the ceiling. What a feeling.
What's happened to Trell?
Cam,
I'm
You're
gonna
alive.
Crawl to this guy and
he's like right in front of you. Like he
gonna-
doesn't know you're alive.
I'm gonna gooch stab him.
Yep,
sort
you've
of.
got advantage. He was on 2 HP as well. What, you just like in the dick? Just like, rah! You tear his penis off
I'm
through his
seeing,
armor.
whoa, what a feeling.
Whoa, what a feeling! Blah. As you come in half. Now, at this point, we'll drop out of initiative. Rayanne basically, using her telekinesis, manages to get ropes from one of you, wrap him up during using the telekinesis. As the two of you out of battle, Trell is standing up. He's standing a little bit shorter. He's slimmer, but he's like, you can see him. He's got loads of energy and everything else. You put your mask on. Like, you just feel great. You notice that your clothes are a bit back here.
Oh, okay.
Trell,
What's wrong?
what's happened?
What did you
I
do?
don't know. I just drank this potion. I thought we might.
Rayanne's like,
do me some
what,
good.
What potion?
Oh, I don't know. It had like a scorpion's tail in it, and like
Was it green?
Yeah. What is it?
That was one of my potions. They must have raided it from somewhere and were storing them here.
Yeah, but is it bad?
Take off your mask.
Okay, take my mask off.
Trell's looking really younger. Like, he looks like.
Whoa!
You look about, for an elf, the way it works is, because you're an elf, obviously you age very differently. If you were a human, you would have de-aged 10 years. So I think that would probably put you at, again, late teenager kind of like, but for an elf that's like 100 years.
Yeah.
But like, you look like a young, like a teen, like a late teen elf now. Like, you've got like, but you feel great. Like, you've never felt like so energetic and it's just like, that is an incredibly rare potion I was saving for myself.
Is it permanent?
Yes!
Really?
Yes, but if you drink too many of them, it has a chance of aging you in reverse. That's why you generally only have one when you get to a certain point in your life, like I'm at right now.
Oh. Whoops. But I'm sent like this.
Yes.
There's no other way to turn me back other than...
No.
Right.
It's a way for people to live longer lifespans.
Well, I'm sorry, you guys, but you've got two teenagers to contend with now.
Fantastic.
What? I want one of these potions.
They are incredibly difficult to make.
How old are you?
Well, I don't like to give my age to elves. It feels inadequate. 20-something. I'd be 10.
She looks at you. That potion was worth 9,000 gold.
What about these other ones? There's more, right?
Couldn't have picked up one of the other ones.
One of them is a potion of healing.
Oh,
Yeah.
The other
one
one is
of
a
them was
potion
a
of
red
cold
potion.
resistance.
really? And then there's a potion of like...
I hid it in my chambers. It was something.
Sorry, okay. He's very sorry.
I was going to consume that this
Why don't you just
year.
use oil of Ule like most women?
Wow.
I will put you over my knee and give you a hiding, young man.
Can you do that to me?
No, we have Velon to deal with. Unless you guys want to do anything else, Velon is basically captured, and at this point, there is no more resistance in the spire.
Can I take his great sword?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the great. It doesn't look any. It doesn't look.
No, I
magical.
just want to remove it from
It,
him.
it was on the ground, like when you
thought you
got
just wanted
thrown
to
up to
be
the
like,
ceiling. It was thrown to the ground. You guys meet up. Trell kind of having to hike up his trousers a little bit. He's literally Tiny Rick. It's like, whoa, I'm tiny Trell.
Trell,
Woo!
for an elf, how young do you feel? How far back do you think you've gone? Are we talking like... do elves have, pubes?
I'm not that young.
Yeah, no, you're not that young.
Okay.
It's more like, like 17, 18, I would
I
imagine.
wonder if
sort
I
of
should,
like, equivalent.
worry about my language, my adult language and stuff around you. Stuff like that.
So, so after these shenanigans, Rayanne is furious. Like, the whole time she just is like, do not talk to me.
We'll get another one.
No, I won't. Unless you have 9,000 gold you would like to give me.
I wish. I mean. Great, we've got two teenagers now. We've got two teenagers.
Things quieten down. Once Uriel and Nalistri have managed to calm down the rest of the soldiers, and without Velon to kind of give them orders, things begin to quieten. There are still many of the Frostfire forces who refuse to accept Nalistri's leadership. When you kind of gather, Nalistri basically tells them, very well, get out. And he says, I won't keep you here. I understand that I am not somebody you want to lead you, but you can't stay here. I will look after my people now. And they choose to leave. They freely, about 30 or so soldiers basically just say, our loyalty was to Solandris, we may not have agreed with what he was doing, but killing him was wrong, etc., etc., and they leave. Velon is incarcerated. It turns out that he was very much aware of Solandris' plans the whole time and was working with him. He was going to also be transformed into a winter werewolf as well at one point. And a peace is brought. And you guys are actually given, once everything is in place, Nalistri offers you sleep, food, whatever you need. It takes a little bit of time for people to get that rest. But you have a night's rest.
Good
finally.
God.
And you guys level up to level 9.
Oh! Hot diggity.
Which we'll do off stream.
Yeah.
But you guys also level up to level 9. Your
Level
mother
9.
My
wakens.
Yay.
She comes to you, Laura, after you've rested. She throws her arms around you. There is no pretense. There is no attempt at being noble. The two of you, I would imagine, there is not a lot of spoken words. She is very much aware of what has happened to your father.
Yeah.
You enjoy a quiet moment, just enjoying the fact that she is at least with you. And she makes... The only thing she really says is, in a whisper, we will find him. We will find a way to bring him back. Paler, very happy that you're all alive, very quickly is like, so this cure, where do we get one? I need to heal Shalana.
I don't know where we're gonna get one, but
Well,
how
did you heal your mother?
I had one potion
Where did you get it from?
from
Demiplane.
demiplane.
With a...
Dryad.
Do you know how you got in there?
Yes.
Can I go back there? Can I
It
go
is
in?
the realm of Fenris.
She looks at you and she's like, I will.
It's...
Pela, I have 2 arrows that I have concealed them, and they have part of this
We can
this
go
antidote
to an
on them.
alchemist.
We can try and craft it from this.
There
It's
are-
far safer for you. What would happen if Shalana comes back only to find that you're dead
there's-
because you went
yeah.
in to see Fenris on your own?
All right. Yes.
We go to Talisval, we speak with Korak, and he
We're
will
gonna
go-
have to. Do we leave Shalana here? I don't want to leave her in a prison cell.
There are ways. Well,
She's in the custody
the
of
thing is-
Nalistri. She won't go anywhere.
not only that, but there are ways of controlling it.
Yes.
Solandris and they'd learn to control their form. We need to, if we can show her to control it, then she doesn't need to be in that form.
She's strong-willed. She can do it. I know she can.
And if you stay with her, you can convince her.
You'll get this cure. If you find it, you'll come back.
It's our
We will.
first port of call. We'll
We
do that.
managed to get her under control by telling her that she had to fight for you.
All right.
We need the cure for her dad too, so...
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry, Althadon, as well. All right. I will remain here. I'll help Nalistri. He seems a little bit inexperienced. I think he could do with some help. His own men don't seem fully trusting of him yet.
He's not really a leader yet.
No. Very well. You guys have this moment and you kind of set these signs of plans. And then during a quiet moment, actually, you're resting in your chambers, gathering supplies, getting ready to, take your next steps on, when there's a knock at the door. And Cam, one of you, I assume, opens it. And standing there is a young lad, human, blue skin, wearing a turban, a little waistcoat, and large baggy trousers. He looks up. Very kind of dead-looking expression on his face.
Wait, I know what this is.
Master Balan has sent me to invite you to his humble abode once again.
I offer my hand to his, and I cut it with the dagger.
Just passes through, cloud.
It's a little cloud person.
Why have you removed my arm?
Oh, you get another one. Let's go.
Very well. And he just bows his head. Please follow me. And he trots off down the corridor. And he
the
leads you to a
cloud
door
people.
which previously just led into a corridor. And he's just like, my master awaits this way.
It's so weird, isn't it? Like, why now, of all times? I could have done
Make me older again.
the potion.
Maybe.
Yeah. Thanks. I cut off a leg.
Don't cut. Stop it.
And he
Cam.
kind of like hops. He's like, why?
Why do you exist?
I often ask
Cam, you
this
can't
question.
just ask
my God.
people why they exist.
It's not real.
It's rude.
It's a cloud.
I
Yeah.
am Cloud.
But you shouldn't cut people's limbs off.
It's not a
bad.
person.
What makes a person? Are you a person?
This is getting too deep. We should
Wait.
just go.
Don't you'll
We
break
should
it.
just go. Yeah.
Should I cut off your arm?
Yes. No.
Maybe.
No.
I
Don't.
don't have
Don't.
an
Like
arm.
a
Don't-
cloud
don't.
sword. It just passes through your arm.
I don't exist. Good, let's go.
Master Salah was waiting. He will be angered if you do not join soon.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, well,
Okay.
okay.
You guys step through the door, and what previously led into a part of the Winter Spire, you open it and are greeted by a warm blast of steam. As before, when you had entered his abode, Salah Balan, the genie, lived in an opulent cloud-like palace. This time you emerge in what almost feels like a thermal bath. There's like blue and white tiled marble and stone pillars, and a large circular pool in which the quite large, overweight blue djinn with his turban, a towel wrapped round his neck, is relaxing in bubbling warm water. Beautiful blue-skinned women, completely naked, just fawning over him, feeding him grapes, washing him. Ah, my adventuring friends! Welcome, Salah Balan greets you once more. Are you weary? Join me in my baths. Please remove clothes.
I'm already removing my clothes.
Human friend, enter.
Jump in.
I have the mind of a teenager, so I'm
You're
just
just
like,
like-
naked women!
It's like fully standing to attention.
Good. Good.
Like a little bit awkward as well. Like Charles having to like adjust his trousers a bit. But yeah, like you just jump in, like dive bomb. Oh, and he like claps. Welcome, welcome.
Spout.
My friends, do you require anything? A woman, a food, a drink, a man? I do not question. Salah Balan is very open.
All of the above.
Very well.
Also,
A big, like, muscular man starts massaging your neck. A lady starts feeding you grapes. They're
Excellent.
sweet and delicious.
I love grapes so
A
much.
goblet of wine appears in your hands.
Is this all cloud stuff? I forget.
It is, but in this realm it may as well be real. It will sustain you, it will fill you with joy and mirth.
You should have been here like 2 days ago.
The cloud man massaging your neck is just like, you have many knots.
I know.
And it's like,
Okay.
friends, please, do not be shy. Jump in, Salah Balan welcomes you.
Can I have some grapes, please?
There's a man with a big bunch of grapes.
Can I take the bunch of grapes
Yeah.
from him and
Yeah.
just look at him and just take the
They don't. The servants are like so emotionless. They're just like the women that are around Salon. They are like laughing and smiling, but you can see that it's very obviously like like really like put on.
Now, you may notice there's only 3 of us.
Yes. Where is your scary demon woman?
She might attend at a different time, if that's okay.
Well, I am afraid I am only stopping by. I happen to sense a very large discharge of magical energy, and I said to myself, Salah, you can't let this opportunity go past. Such a loud and powerful expulsion of energy must mean that there is some profit to be made. So I set up my
Well-
little shop.
I almost killed him.
Oh, then it surely must be very powerful to defeat such a warrior.
Wait, are we talking about the Black Crown or the Juto?
Black Crown? You don't happen to still have this, do you?
That
It's lots of little
exploded.
pieces.
Ah, such a shame, but I know I can see from your eyes that you have many trinkets for Salah Balan. I am sure we can do
do.
some business, perhaps.
Well, what do you have to offer us?
Oh, Salah Balan has anything the mind can conjure. What do you wish? Do you wish for weapons, for enchantments, armor?
Could make him older again.
Yeah,
You are looking quite youthful, I must say, Mr. Drow. Tulimar.
yeah.
That's
No,
it, Tulimar.
Yeah, Tulimar.
Ah, you would say some sort of spell mishap, perhaps?
Yeah, we won't go into like the hows and whys, but you know, I would like to be my old self.
Well, I'm afraid that there is a small problem. I do not have any items which can age a person. I could procure you potions which would either make you younger or possibly could make you older.
Oh god, no.
But you run a very dangerous risk there, my friend. Obviously, being a djinn, I do have my power of my wishes, but they are very, very, very expensive.
How expensive are we talking?
Oh, I would assume that your wish would be to accelerate your aging back to normal.
Yeah.
Well, I would have to charge no less than 3,000 gold.
Nah. Bugger it, it's not worth it.
Should we go to the other gym?
Think about all these things that you can enjoy once again. You are young. The
Well-
world is yours.
We can, have your stuff fit again. Maybe that could be an agreement.
Oh, to make the clothing fit?
Yeah.
I will do this for nothing,
maybe-
providing we have some sort of business otherwise.
Maybe
If you
some-
don't, I do not appreciate people browsing. You must buy.
We're gonna buy.
Good.
But we need to see the wares in order to buy it.
And like all these portraits like just appear in the bathhouse, showing all these beautiful sets of armor and glowing weapons, boots with wings on them, carpets that fly in the air.
Carpets that fly in the air.
That would be cool, wouldn't it? Big flying.
Let me get my catalog. And here I've gone through. Now, last time we operated on a very barter system. It was quite loose. I've improved my business since then. I had a gnome. He's catalogued every magical artifact you can imagine and given it a very set price.
Mark has found some things.
So now, I have very specific information. But what do you wish? Do you have anything you wish to trade? Anything you wish to give to Salar?
Everything I'm wearing is up for trade. So
Now, what are you wearing? Explain to me. Tell me about these
I've
things.
got this amazing cloak of ravens, which can transform me into a raven.
Very powerful.
Very powerful.
Very good. And anything else?
Also a bit of a fashion accessory, don't know if you noticed. Really goes with
I'm not a fan of feathers, my friend. I have too many bad memories of Arakoka.
well, you may not, but you may have an Arakokra who may want this cloak. Either way, I've also got this incredible golden chess piece of the Autumn Spire,
It is quite
which
impressive.
makes me mistrustful of anyone but my allies, but also extremely high.
Oh, is it +1?
It is a +1.
+1 suit of armor. Now yes, this is very good, yes.
Also, it adds to my initiative.
very
It makes
good.
me quicker.
Do you wish for me to tell you my prices for these items so far?
Yes.
Well, your armor is very nice, I must admit. Your armor, I would give 2,000 gold for this.
Okay.
For your Cloak of Ravengana, this is a very unique item. I like it very much. I will give you 4,000.
So I have 6,000 to play with here.
If you wish. Do you have anything else that you wish to trade with Salab?
I have an immovable rod.
One of my favorites. A very, very useful item. I'm surprised you wish to give it. 5,000 gold I offer for you this rod.
So that's 11,000
It is indeed, my friend.
to work with. And
Yes,
what kind of...
just for you, Mr. Buckland. Think
Just
of the riches.
throw me a magical item in that top end.
In that top end. Now,
Get rid of the
Mr.
raven.
Buckland, I seem to remember you were quite a fan of this. And he claps his hand, and a metal barrel appears.
Oh, not that
from the
again.
ground. Yes.
Start hyperventilating.
Kowalsh, and it all the legs kind of.
I really like the keg, guys. How much?
The apparatus of Kowalsh. 10,000 gold.
You would all have to go.
You would be naked for this
Is it really
Basically.
worth it?
and unable to get yourself out of trouble by being a raven.
I could go in the keg.
I also could offer you. I mean, there are many things. Do you wish for a single item of that value or many different ones?
Different things. I do like the ability to fly with my raven cloak. Do you have anything similar?
Nothing similar that would cost less than what you have, I'm afraid. You would be better off keeping your cloak.
It'd be a real shame for you to lose out on such a nice cloak.
I will come across one another time.
Damn it.
I am very difficult to barter with, Mr. Buckland.
That's from last time.
I have another thing. Now, are you prone to skullduggery?
It's been known.
He gestures to a ring on his finger. This is a very powerful ring, Mr. Buckland. It can make the wearer invisible.
I can already do that. Look, I do my invoke cloak of shadows.
He waits 6 seconds, and then you pop back into existence.
Then I go
Not
away a
for
day.
very long.
It's a whole day.
Well, it is only an option. I have swords, I have bags, I have
you-
boots, I have a robe of many colors.
Oh!
I have a belt that could make you more like a dwarf. You could grow a beard finally. No.
He has a beard.
This one could grow a beard.
Oh.
You wish to know about the robe of many colors?
You're too young. You can't have a beard.
Yeah. The belt can force
No,
it.
it's
To be honest, even as Trelemar, he can grow a beard. Being an elf.
Is there some form of bag with infinite storage?
Yes, yes, very much so. Now, the robe of many colors. It has 3 charges, regaining some at dawn. While you wear it, you can use a brief moment, one may call it an action, to expend a charge to cause this garment to display brilliant, dazzling hues, which will blind and cause creatures to be unable to strike you so easily, and they become stunned.
How much?
Oh, for the robe of many colors, one may say a multicolored dream coat, perhaps. It would be
Who's the previous wearer?
a man called Jasun. It is very marvelous. I've lost it. I've lost my place in my catalog. Where is it? Where's my robe of many colors? Adib! Adib, where is my robe? He just shouts. A small cloud boy appears. I don't know. I've lost it. I will find it.
What about
Do you really want
the
to-
bag?
No, I don't think
You,
we're
want you wish the bag?
Yeah.
I see, very well.
We're accruing quite a few things, and
Out of interest.
Yes,
I'm
my
not-
lad.
I'm not,
My boy.
I'm not thinking about
My good boy.
selling, but how much for this mask? Just out of interest. I'll show him the mask.
Oh, now this is very
Jeez.
In answer to your other question, the bag of holding many items is 4,000 gold.
it's reasonable.
Now, this mask, it does so many different things all combined together. But its actual power is not too great. He kind of examines it with a careful eye, casting his eyes like, oh. I believe that I would give you for this 20,000.
Whoa!
But it is so rare. You will never find an item like this. I have got many similar things. Each of them has a power that is similar, but you would not be able to have them all at once. This mask, it bends the rules of magic. Such enchantments should not be possible in one item.
Interesting.
It is my recommendation, as much as I would love to add it to my collection.
Oh, I wasn't planning
cheap.
on
But
selling it.
20
I'm just
Curious.
yeah, curious to the
Well.
monetary value.
Salah Balan is happy to indulge your curiosities, providing you pay for something. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, my good friends? A sword that can steal life force, perhaps?
You remember old Nimbus?
Yes, your dagger. You enjoy it very much.
I love it. What can we do?
I could make it stronger.
Yeah.
4,000 gold.
Oh.
And it will cut sharper and be more accurate. Ah. I have a small stone that when it circles your head makes you more dexterous.
I like that too. I like being more dexterous.
That would cost you 3,000 gold.
I offer the immovable rod,
5,000.
and for that, I will improve my Nimbus.
Very well, and I will give you some. Would you like change or perhaps potions?
Potions.
Yes.
Potions.
Well, pass me the dagger.
none.
Pass me Nimbus.
I throw it.
He as you throw it, he kind of holds his hand out and he wills it into his hand, like as he has some sort of control over it. It seems. He closes his eyes, and Nimbus hums with power, and he returns it to you as now a +2 dagger,
Excellent.
keeping its thing. Potions of healing.
Is the
Potions.
We don't
dam-
have
What
any.
type would you require? Greater, standard, superior?
How much do they come in at?
A standard healing potion is 50 gold pieces. Greater healing, 150. Supreme, 1,350. They are very expensive.
How about how many greater?
What was my change?
Yeah, it was like
1,000.
1,000.
So I will give you 9 of the greaters, which is a deal.
Great is good.
And that cuts off 600 or so gold.
9 greater.
9 greater healing potions, done! And a
Yay!
satchel, like a leather sack with like 9 little components, like a beer, like a holding for beers or like cans of drink, kind of appears. Each one with a little potion in it. Each of the cloud toppers is topped with a silver cloud.
It's amazing they have a satchel perfect for 9.
Of course.
So if you take, we all take 3, and then we can give some to Jeter.
Yes, where is your demon friend? I miss her. No doubt she would like.
Oh, maybe you would know. She has this thing, this bracer that
Yes.
she has found.
Yes.
It's called Crown Rend.
Crown Rend. Why
Big
does
red,
this name?
red gem. Goes up in flame.
It speaks to her.
His eyes go wide. Your friend. Where did you acquire this bracer?
In the
This is
Underdark.
Underdark, yeah.
Underdark.
In the Underdark. And you say it speaks to her
Yes.
in a
We can hear it sometimes too.
deep rumbling voice, you might say.
Gravelly, yeah.
I've heard tales of an artifact. It was held by a demon commander that served under Asmodeus, one of the 9 princes of the underworld.
Oh, good.
This commander sought power. He wished to topple Asmodeus. Asmodeus is a tyrant of devils and demons.
Yep.
And so this bracer was forged in the darkest pits of the abyss, infused with all the hatred that they could muster against tyrants and leaders. And he donned it for a time, and this demon commander was a scourge to all. He fought against the demon prince himself, a god in many ways. And with it fully transformed, as it has many stages, you see, it feeds on the life force of whoever wields it. And once they become attuned to one another, once their paths truly align, it can achieve a state which is beyond power that I know. But the wielder, he did not wish to give up the power that he had claimed. And so the very thing he created saw him as a new tyrant and rejected him. Now I thought this was very much myth than knowledge, but if your friend has it, you should be wary.
So, did Crown Rend kill the wearer?
Yes. Crownrend kills all tyrants, Mr. Buckland. Good, evil, it does not matter.
My erection has gone past.
It was up this whole time.
I'm like 18.
But
So-
perhaps your friend can control it. Who am I to say?
If
Okay.
she goes against it, it could kill her.
Very much. If she has already begun to bond with the item, it will be able to draw on her life force.
What if we chopped her arm off?
It would certainly disarm her. You would probably struggle to part her from the item. She will probably have grown an attachment to it. You see, this is so true for many. Mr. Buckland, if I were to take your Nimbus from you, you would be angry, yes?
You already have. I'm kind of pent up.
I give it back.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it teleports.
See. But if I were to take it from you, you would be upset.
Yeah.
You would fight me. You would not wish to be deprived of something which makes you stronger,
Oh,
yes?
it's mine.
Exactly. You see the problem.
No, you're not going to take it, are you? Because
No.
I start getting another stance.
You make me laugh, Mr. Buckland. He snaps his fingers, and you basically, because you were naked in the bath, you are now like completely like wrapped up in like cloth, and you can't really move. You remember you are in my realm. You cannot hurt me here.
I was only jostling.
It goes away. So, any more business? It's very lovely chatting to you about these powerful items.
I have one more question about Crown Rend. How much would it go for?
Well, Trulimar's mask, 20,000. For the brace, 25, 30.
What about this? And I hold up the bow.
Ah, an interesting elven relic. Very potent.
I'm just curious.
Not as much. The bow is very powerful, but it does not do as many different things. I would say 17, 18,000. Plus, it does not help that it can only be used by certain elves of a certain lineage. This does
Oh,
diminish
really?
its price somewhat. Yes.
I don't know much about this thing yet. Really.
We should,
We could chop off Juto's arm and flog it.
arm included.
Yeah?
2 for 1 deal.
Tiefling arm.
Yeah?
It's worth a few hundred gold.
Oh, hey, well, even better.
Few hundred.
Excellent.
Let's do it.
I have the heart of a nightmare. Is that anything special?
Heart of a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a
big
horse,
horse
undead
thing.
horse.
Demon.
It's always useful, these such things. 150 gold?
Does it do anything?
No.
Well,
It's useful. Some people may make potions from it.
like anything good.
No.
No. I have a lot of
I will trade you that for 150 gold.
No, done. Small sack of coins.
Cheers.
Have you ever seen this? And it's one of those made explosives from the tallow.
Oh, the sticks of dynamite.
Yeah.
It's like, I have heard of these things. There are humans meddling with this business.
Didn't realise you picked that up.
I forgot I had it.
It's very interesting. He takes it off you and like looks at it. He's like, crude but effective, no doubt. I have not seen much like this. Quite a rarity for me. 500 gold.
Yeah.
Done.
Fuck it.
Oh, I've got.
I have a bunch of
I won't pay
scrolls.
that much for any more. This is the first time I've collected one, so I pay a premium.
Thank you.
I have some scrolls.
Scrolls? I trade in scrolls. Sure you do not wish to part with that armor, Mr. Buckland? I'm getting more French as I speak.
It's quite good to me. It
about
adds
travelling.
to my speed, unless you have something more suited to my needs of clerical trickstery.
I may have. Give me one moment.
Because I mean, like doing this is quite difficult, and I'm trying
Yes,
to, like,
it looks quite
bend.
heavy for you.
Trying to sit down normally, but it's just like a plate.
But that bag would be really good.
4,000 gold for the bag.
What would we use it for, though?
Everything.
But we store everything on ourselves anyway.
Where did I put this?
What have we got
Say
nicked?
something good.
What have we got nicked?
That's everything gone.
Yeah.
For 2,000 gold, he claps his hands, and a suit of studded leather armor appears. Now, it will perhaps be less protective than what you wear now, as it is metal, but the trick with this armor, he snaps his fingers, and it transforms into looking like any clothing he wants. He like changes it, and it looks like all different pieces of clothing. Nobody knows you are wearing armor!
Pretty cool.
I like it. Its uses are limited for what we do. We usually fight, big hulking Winterspire people, and
Very well, very
I
well.
don't think attire matters when I'm stabbing someone in the face.
What about my stone of making yourself more dexterous? 3,000 gold.
Yeah, well, then I have to get a gift card from you to spend in the future.
I have to get a gift card. There's the returns policies.
If you wish for anything else.
Just know that I've got this on me, and if you have anything else that comes in store for someone of my nature.
I mean, I can create powerful suits of armor, but they might be beyond your price range. 6,000 gold for more powerful armor.
I
I'm
may
afraid.
have a powerful artifact by the next time we meet.
Very well. That is very true. I do enjoy our little business transactions. I'm sure we will meet again.
I have a couple more regular healing potions.
Just regular ones. Couple, two.
Yeah,
It's 100.
just to
100 gold.
bolster the potion thing, because you fall over a lot.
I have many other types of potions of speed. I have here. This is quite interesting. I have a ring of the ram. You can use it to expel great force.
How much is that?
5,000 gold. Boots of speed. They make you very fast.
How much?
4,000 gold.
Anything in the 100 range just now?
No.
The spare change.
No. For 500 gold, adamantine armor. It protects you from severe blows to the neck, the throat. Basically, you can't be critical hitted.
Do you have any
wearing armor.
potions?
You can't be critical hitted.
Nope. Not where you're wearing adamantine armor. It's not magical, but it's 500 gold.
Do you have...
These are quite clever. And he holds up 2 stones which have got like mouths on them. Watch this. He gives one to Elora. Hello, Elora. And then from the other one you hear, hello, Elora.
I want that. How much?
2,000 gold.
Oh, can we club our money together? And I've got 500.
Hello, Buckland.
It's right here. It's like he's right there.
Yes, it's very good. I
It's
like
in a
them.
stone.
They are called sending stones.
That will be
Do they
very
have a
useful when
certain
we're split up all the time.
distance that they can work?
Azim! Do they have a distance? You see a little boy flicking through a book.
So immersive.
Just a little boy looking through all of his stuff.
I don't want to interrupt him, but I have one final request,
Oh, really?
and then that's it. And we'll leave the bartering.
Yes, Master comes up. He's like, they do not have a range, but they can only send one message to each other and then you must wait until the next dawn.
How long is the message?
Oh, they seem to work differently in my realm.
No.
Nope.
The final thing. Do you have any potions that, cure someone of a ailment like becoming a werewolf?
Yes, I have scrolls that can do such things, but, yes, for a normal werewolf.
Can I show you this?
It may not be normal. Yeah.
Maybe tricky.
Can I show him the substance on the arrow?
Don't lick it all,
Passes it back. He's like, this is very different. Werewolves, lycanthropes, they can be cured. Spellcasters, yourself, Mr. Buckland, as a cleric, I believe. There are spells which can remove curses. They can remove ailments in that regard. They can restore, greatly restore certain things. These will work on a normal werewolf. This substance that you have provided, it is very specific. It is to treat a rare form of lycanthropy which cannot be removed by such means. It will have very specific ways of being removed, I'm afraid.
Do you know how? Or a starting point?
I do not, but I hear that nearby there is a clan of frost giants. They may know something. The giants are old. There are many types of giant. You have the frost giants. They are warriors, very strong. They favor honor and combat. But they are very wise in the natural world of things as well. You have the stone giants. They live underground. They slumber. They think that our world is a dream. How ridiculous!
But is it a dream?
No. I come from other planes. It's not a dream. You have the storm giants, the greatest of giants, and they rule over all of the others due to something called the ordering. They rule over the others. They live in the sea. They are very powerful, very regal. And then you have the cloud giants. Oh, cloud giants! Some are great. Great fun at parties, lovely guys. Very fun. I have a lot of fun with some. Others, they are the worst. So vain and self-obsessed. They are boring.
We've met one of those.
Oh, well then, yes, you know. So, yes, the frost giants, they are very old. They may know something.
Storm.
Frost.
Frost. Start with the frost.
Yes. They may know something, that's all I can say.
Thank you. You've been very helpful, as always.
No other business?
I wish I could part with this Autumn Spire plate, but...
I can grant wishes.
No.
Nope.
No, I won't.
It's too expensive, right?
No, you said I wish you could part with it. I could make you part with it.
I know, for
right
cost.
now. No, I can grant wishes when I like.
I see.
You have to be very careful when you say, I wish around a genie.
I wish to have your job.
He thinks for a moment. I could make you some sort of minor magic item merchant in a city somewhere, because that's really what my job is. But I won't do that.
I'm good. Okay, let's go.
Oh, I need to thank you for the time you shrunk his wang.
Ah, yes!
It was great.
Noodle
Where's the
penis.
exit? How do we get out? I'm trying to usher these little tiny children, cloud children, to
Okay, yeah,
find the exit.
he's just over there, Mr. Buckland. He points to the door.
Thanks, Trell.
You walk out. Okay, you walk out. As you walk into the hall, you can see some elven kind of servants, like ladies kind of carrying some laundry, and they seem to be trying to repair things. They look down, because you're still nude, because you never dressed out of getting out of the bath, and then they just turn and walk away.
It's not the first
Blushing.
time you've seen such, but it's probably the first time you've seen it that big.
They just walk away. Turns to the rest of you, he's like, well, good luck on your travels. I will no doubt return when you wish to buy more from the great Salabalon! And then he claps and you disappear.
Okay, nice. Excellent.
And yeah, you guys return back to the Elven Spire. You now have a +2 weapon. And that is perfect timing to end today's session. A little bit of shopping, a little bit of stuff
bit
to...
of shopping.
Well,
3 great healings each.
It's a way to give you guys upgrades to items. You also haven't actually... There was a bunch of magic items that you could have picked up from Salandris and Alicendel, but you didn't.
Well,
I'm sure if you ask Nalistri, he'll give you his dead uncle and aunt stuff. So, thank you very much, everybody. Donations, Steve? Can we do the iPad?
The screen has gone off, Steve.
yeah.
We need
The
it?
screen has gone off.
We do have the iPad.
We got the
A long
iPad.
time ago.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, just one on standby.
Read those.
Oh,
Trotty,
this is
Mr.
different.
Birthday San.
Nice.
Oh,
New
is this, who does it? Is it Aquace or Stygian?
Aquace.
Aquace. Thank you, Aquace. You're the man.
They're like
He's
a
bad.
duo.
Yeah.
Nightjar. It's the first one. My dad has just come back from Antarctica. It's
Wow.
about 2,000 photos to show me, so we'll probably end up missing most of the stream today. Have fun and trying to tonight. Also, happy birthday, Trot. Thank you.
We almost died.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of birthday messages for
Thank
you.
very much. Ramarapara. Looking forward to this more. Looking forward to this more than finally seeing the PAX game. Hashtag Rolling Sunday.
Have you seen that yet? The Hacking PAX game?
No, is it
It's a good one. It's a good one, yeah.
Have they got an amazing set?
No, because they only do that for the PAX Primes.
Right.
But because Scott's left, Binwin's left, they've got Morgan Webb in, and she's really funny in it.
Cool.
It's really funny.
Sindhu donated saying, had to donate a little bit because after 6 months of being behind, I'm finally live again. Watching live.
Yay.
Thank you all for the amazing work you do, and I'm so hyped for season 2. Hashtag Rolling Sunday. Sweet. Olo Remv just simply says, happy birthday, Chris.
Yay.
Skylord Phoenix. Hello, everyone. For my degree at the University of Portsmouth, I'm writing an article about how D&D can help people build confidence as well as other skills that help them in the workplace. Has D&D helped you in a similar way? Yes, happy birthday, Trotty. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say
It's been a huge part of mine.
Acting did for me in college, and I think that's
it's very
part of it.
similar.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
There's a lot of I think there's quite a few good talks out there which talk about a very similar topic of like how D&D kind of improves your life skills, like social skills and problem solving skills
Creativity
and stuff like that. Yeah, there's
and
loads of
group
stuff like that.
dynamics and shit like that. I mean, without D&D, I wouldn't be doing it like 3 times a week with different social groups. So
gets you to see your friends,
Gets you to see
which
your
is
friends.
nice.
Robbie M13, happy birthday, Troy. Always love these streams. Thank you. I'll do a couple more because I think it's just an endless list now. Glitch Gibbs. Hey, your guys' stream is awesome and has got me into D&D and coincidentally got me and my brothers talking again. There you go. We
Perfect.
have a big game going now. Thanks for being awesome, guys, and happy birthday, Trot. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Sweet. Which one is that?
Top down.
Okay. Ice Kid 465 with a very, very generous half hundo.
Whoa!
Thank you very much.
Whoa!
Holy moly.
High Rollers, been up since 8 a.m, working until midnight, and it's currently 3 a.m, so I think I'll catch up on YouTube.
Man.
Also, don't think I'll do this in one donation anyway. I had a question for Mark. What is your thoughts on Unearthed Arcana?
It's great for new
Love it.
ideas.
Like, well, Sorek, the character I played in Trot's one shot, used a bunch of stuff from Unearthed Arcana. I think it's a nice way for them to try out content that they might not want to put into a book because they're not sure, but
you
it
can riff
gives
off
you
it.
loads of options
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Same reason I love DM's Guild as well. There's some really great content on there.
I just
As long
like
as you're
new
okay with it.
things.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
just like
Like,
new
more
things.
options is always good, and it means that they don't have to produce a million books that you have to buy.
Yep.
Robbie M14 says, I absolutely loved the stream with Trot and Katie last week. I smiled throughout the duration. It was
Thanks.
glorious. Thank you so much. It was
Scrim.
a super relaxed stream.
Scrim.
And another donation from Robbie M15 saying, I forgot to say, Matt, please be in main channel videos. Please, I really want you to, or I'll cry.
Wow.
So you
Don't
gotta
make me
do it.
cry.
Well,
gotta
they're
do
missing
it.
out on the old tap videos now. You're not on those anymore. No, you can't bring your style of comedy.
And Ice Kid 465 donated another half hundo, so that's a hundo now.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Crikey.
Saying it can easily be found on the D&D Reddit. Also, would you allow Kim to use the remastered Way of the Four Elements, which changes her from "yeah, I make water whips every now and then" to "I'm the Avatar, deal with it"? Worth a read.
I haven't seen it. 'Cause I've not seen that in Unearthed Arcana yet. Maybe it's a new one that I've missed or something like that.
On the
but-
D&D Reddit, you can.
Oh, okay. So that's probably a fan one that somebody's done. I'll check it out. Like, I'm more than happy. Like, if somebody was playing a ranger, I'd move them over to the new ranger and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So.
Make Kim Avatar and then have a corrupting Crown Wren to make her the ultimate evil.
I don't need to make that. That's already happened.
Oh, good. Goody gumdrops.
Brewing Scribe donated saying, Hi Rollers, happy birthday Trot. This is my first live stream since I started catching up and want to say thanks for the many hours of entertainment and some great ideas for plot hooks for my playtest campaign I'm starting.
Thank you.
Love and hugs all.
Nice.
Thank you. Ramucci says, lol, love the beginning. Perfect example why Alora should never leave the group for 1 second. Because the
It's
boys
literally
can't
like-
keep themselves up.
Yep.
Happy birthday Trot. Hope you don't kill Cam.
Well,
Yeah.
I tried.
He really did try today.
Yeah.
Generic Girl says, happy birthday Trot. I absolutely love you on High Rollers and as a member of Hat Films. Here's to another fantastic year. Hashtag hot for Trot.
Damn.
Who isn't?
I know, right?
Me.
I mean, yeah, that's understandable.
Sparky5509 donated and says, "Hi guys, can't watch live as I'm celebrating my birthday.
Oh, happy
I
birthday!
love this stream and happy
Copycat.
birthday, Trot."
Thank you. Happy
February
birthday to you.
February is when all the best people have their birthdays.
Damn right.
Might be somebody's next week.
What are you, like 40, 42, 43?
Did you want to stay alive?
That would be funny if I wasn't 31.
I'm almost 30.
Yeah. It,
Almost.
it actually doesn't change a damn thing. Like, it doesn't. Yeah.
We'll be a child forever.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Nightjar donated. Well, Kim, the good news is that you didn't kill Cam. The other good news is that you don't need to buy any more gloves. Juto and Nalistri can be amputee buddies, but better sort Crown Rend out. Chop, chop.
Chop.
Like
Yes.
literally. Chop, chop.
Literally.
We'll do an Elise tree on him.
Metamanu donated and says, oh, a nice donation as well. Says, "Happy birthday, Trot. You managed to nearly die by the hands of Kim, and she's not even there.
Yeah.
I love
Well.
Cam. Keep it up, guys. High Rollers is amazing."
It wasn't actually Kim.
I blame Crown
Good
Red.
mark.
It was the evil demonic bracer that she's been wielding for a long time now.
Consequences.
Can't blame nature, can you?
E3 Gunner donated.
Nice.
Says,
Igner.
Igner.
Respect.
Says, "I'm in panic mode. One of my players thought it was a great idea to wild shape into a horse and jump off a 60-foot wall. He's still alive, barely, but I'm worried that the players are going to continue these actions. Please
Well,
help."
If they continue it,
if they
then
continue, they're
die.
They're going to die.
Yeah.
Like you can't stop them.
Make them
Like
die.
it's the game. The whole thing about it is like, yeah, you can do dumb stuff, but you'll be dead. And then if they come to you and say, "No, why am I dead?" You're like, "Well, you did this." There's honestly,
off a building.
it's as simple as that. Like, you can only protect them from their own stupidity so much.
It's true.
Cam Buckland being evidence.
An
A.
exception.
Prime
Yeah.
example. Prime
Great exhibit. Yeah, great example.
Silly Hamface donated, says, "Good evening, High Rollers. Wow, things sure have been a little rough for our adventures today. But despite that, your stream always has me howling with laughter, and I can't wait to get my paws on your new merch in the future. All right, I'll
some
stop
cool
hounding
plans.
on."
Nice.
Oh, there's lots of. I like it. This was probably the closest I've pushed you guys to just being out of everything,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like you've never had this where you're
Running
just
on empty.
so on empty.
Silence Hands says, "Happy birthday, Crispoo."
Thank you. Thank you.
You can have those back.
Bauman H donated and says, "The best day of the week, even though it is Monday tomorrow. Keep up the high rolling."
Thank you.
Please don't remind us one day. Do you want to
yeah,
carry on? No,
okay.
you carry on. Carry on. reading
Well, I'll
something
do
else,
this
I'll
next
leave
one.
that. Yeah.
Ride high.
Ride high.
Ride high. 148 says, "I just saw a bloke driving a tractor and shouting, 'The end is nigh.' I think it was Farmageddon." Oh.
It's terrible.
Oh, wow.
Spiny Gecko donated. "No inspiration for a pithy message today, so just have a lovely day. Oh, and subscribe to Tabletop Weekly. Love, Hamish."
Nice.
Thank you very much. It's very
I had
kind.
inspiration.
You did. Rom Rapra donated once again. "I recently found most of my 3.E, 4E character sheets, and 90% were clerics that doubled as the party thief. Clearly, it's a class only the best and coolest D&D players can pull off. Merry birthday!"
Thank you.
From Rom Rapra. Rico Rosendo. "Hey, High Rollers, and a happy birthday, Trot! It just so happens to be my birthday, too.
What's up with the fifths?
Have been a fan for several months now and decided today was the perfect day to give a little something back. You guys are my weekly D&D fix. Keep on rolling."
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I, Dunny Ken. "Hi, Rollers. Happy Sunday to you all, and happy Birthmas crisp trout. Celebrate by not getting Cam killed yet. Yog giggle." Tucker 2025 donated. "Merry Oldmas Trot. As it's your birthday, can you give me a Willie wet or dry?"
Both, yeah, I can do both.
Broseph Starshin donated. "Happy birthday, Trot, you magnificent bastard.
Wow.
Hope you're having a great day. Hope the rest of ye are doing well too."
Yeah?
Ace of Thorns donated. "Was busy in Ultimate Online last week and missed my usual donation, so here's double to make up."
Wow.
Also, Mark watching the big game tonight. It's Super Bowl Sunday! I will not be watching because it's 11:30 at night and I've got to get up tomorrow, so I will probably try and catch the highlights tomorrow. Romucci donated. "Donates for baby Trell. OMG, this was amazing. Here's the effect is permanent. I'm dying laughing, Matt's face!"
He loves it. He loves it.
Yeah, that's great.
Harassed Civil Servant donated $25. Thank you very much. Hell's Fiction donated. Cam's hoarding tendencies are off the charts. I forgot about most of the crap he's hauling around.
Yeah. Mark sent an email to us earlier in the week going, can you list all the magic items that you have? Everyone's like, this, and he's like, this.
Well, because you're only attuned to 3 items, so you're maxed out on attunements, but the immovable rod doesn't require it, so you can just carry that around and be like, but we don't have that now.
Did I
did
sell it?
sell
Yeah, you sold the immovable rod.
Worth
Darkslayer 1998. Didn't watch from the beginning of this episode, but it's still very funny, even when you don't know what's going on. Take my money!
it. Nice.
And then Honky Conky, who I didn't bring it with me because it's so heavy, but Honky Conky is the guy who made me the incredible D20
awesome.
gavel. If you've not seen it, go on my Twitter at Sherlock_Humes, and there's pictures of it there.
Came in an epic chest.
It came in a
did.
super fucking cool chest. It's got D&D magic item stats, like on card, like that I could actually give to someone, and it's badass.
It's literally a metal D20 mace.
So thank you so much, Honky Conky. It is my favourite thing that I've probably ever received. Ever.
Wow.
So
And
thank
he's had a snog from me, so
It's true.
put that above it.
So that's all the. Thank you everybody who donated. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget you can get our merch. It's still on sale. It's probably the last chance to get the High Rollers shirt, which I've thrown on the ground and I can't get now. And also, if you ever want to get one of these lovely tables from Geek and Son,
It's so nice.
It's so nice.
Isn't it nice?
It's actually got underneath here. There's loads of things that we don't use. It's actually got like LED lights.
Yeah.
It's got like an acrylic layer that you can actually put maps underneath and then draw on. It's really freaking cool.
It's damn nice.
You can go to geekandsun.com and you can use the code YOGS-01 to get free Yog inlay and accessories. So it's really cool.
Great.
And yep, video will be up on Yogs Live. We will see you guys next week. We're back to full strength, I think, next
Yeah.
week.
What's the date next week?
What?
What's the date next week?
The 11th or something?
Yeah, we're fine.
Because my birthday's on the 10th and I think it's a Friday, so
Yeah,
We're
fine
good.
then.
Yeah,
We're
so-
good next
yeah.
week.
there you go. And
Full party.
yeah, we'll see you guys then. Bye!
Bye.